And good evening, guys. Like, subscribe. Yay. What the hell that was. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the last stream. Hello. Hello. Hello, Diane Brooks. I've just seen your comment there. Hello. We have 3 people watching. Hello, welcome. How are we all doing? Yeah, that was a crazy video, not gonna lie. Hey Diana, I'm great, thank you very much. Hey Captain Caveman, welcome in. How you doing? Thought I'd do a live for about an hour just to talk about the latest video, which was a mental place. Hey Jackie Green, how the devil are you? Welcome. Talk about this mental explore that's just gone up. If you haven't already, guys, please, after this live, go over there, smash the like button on it, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Hey, Shelley, welcome in. I mean, I've never been in such an epic place in my life. I mean, you don't know. I mean, I won't give an exact date when we did it, but we did that a long time ago. We've been waiting the right time to put it out and tease you guys, but yeah, because you can see from the video I had long hair then. Oh, bloody hell, Jack. Well, yeah, I don't know, people aren't getting notified, so what I would do is unsubscribe, subscribe again, and then press the bell and then notifications, and maybe that'll work. That's the only thing. I mean, I've had to do it with a lot of people because I wasn't getting notified with anyone. It wasn't, yeah. So I hope everyone is well. Yeah, it was a crazy video. Crazy video. Hey Darren, welcome in. Hopefully I've got some guests joining me, but we'll just wait for a few more to come in. Yeah, no worries, Jack. I'll watch that in a bit. I will watch. Right. What are we doing here? Excuse me. So yeah, welcome in if you just joined us. Welcome in. Make sure to hit the thumbs up on the way in. We have 7 likes, 17 viewers. I mean, the video seems to be going down very well at the moment. It's had... How many views has it had? Check for you now. On my YouTube, it's 227. That's mental. It's absolutely mental. Yeah, so what we're here to talk about. Hey Darren, welcome in. Yeah, starting up with it today. That was a light one last night. Yeah, That place, we stumbled across it. I've never been in a place like that ever before, and the way we got down, I mean, you saw if you've seen the video, you will know. If you haven't, go and watch it straight after this. Mr. B-Face, give a big shout out to B-Face Computing, fair play to him. Ab sailed down, and so did Taffy as well. Taffy sailed down. Um, I was like, oh, I've never done this before. And then obviously Matt has a rope ladder, so we're like, why don't we just use that? And then we were thinking, why don't we just use that from the beginning instead of having to abseil? But you just don't think of these things when you're in those kind of places. And yeah, as you saw, we got down there. It was big. I mean, I don't think we did even a quarter of it. I think that place just goes on for miles, and I think they were like telephone wires or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I haven't a clue. But you know, it was my first. Was it my first underground? No, it wasn't. The second time. Hmm. Yeah, such a cool place. I mean, wow. And everyone seems to be loving it. It's gone down really well. Um, I thought it was a bit different, you know. It makes you wonder, you know, are there other places like that? There must be. There must be other places like that. There must be other places like that. Because I mean, I've seen like air breathers, you know, big buildings. You think, hang on, there's got to be something underneath that. Yeah, fiber optic cables, maybe. I mean, they could be used by telephone companies. Must have been because the wires everywhere. We did, Anthony. We did. We took everything back. Don't worry. I just didn't film that bit because we were done by then. I mean, by the time we'd done all that, we'd probably been doing that for about. I mean, I've cut it down to about 44 minutes, so we were down there, what, 3 hours? But yeah, mental. I've never been in such a mental place. To see something like that. Oh, Neil. Boom. 449. Going down with the super chat there. Congratulations on an amazing explorer, Brady and crew. You are amazing, Neil. Thank you so much. That will go towards my next explore. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Hey, Taffy. Taffy's in the building. You eating your cheesy chips, are you, mate? Thank you so much for your donation. It helps the channel out so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. You're amazing, Neil. Thank you very much. I'll pop it up on the screen. You're awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And I've come to realize now, yes, I have a big camera. I have a big gimbal. It's quite ironic, really. I need a smaller camera. So I think maybe what Matt has, the DJI Pocket, still on a gimbal. It's small. So that, Neil, will go towards that because hopefully I'll get one in the next couple of months. They're about 400 quid. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get one of them because it's just gonna be easier for doing like especially climbing. I know because I've got one of the mouth guards that Matt has, so that would be ideal, I think. Because I know you guys the comments on that Kirklees where I've got the GoPro harness thing, and everyone said they enjoyed that, so we could do that as well. So yeah, just let me know, guys. Just one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, we have a baby face. 3, 2, 1, and he's in the room.
How's it going, guys?
The fuck?
Yeah. Mate, I'm starving, right? I just made a spag bowl, right? And it was shockingly shit, mate. I had one mouthful of it, and it's gone in the bin.
Okay, was it
So I
that
was
bad?
like, right, fuck this. I want to get some cheesy chips. Yeah, Mom. How are you anyway, bud?
I'm all right, mate. I've had a headache all day. Don't know why, but it's been... So I haven't done much. Went to see my sis. That's about it, really. Been out. Went out for a bit, but just, you know, you just feel... You're just like... But
do you know what, right? I actually feel really good, mate, yeah? I've slept loads, mate. Like, proper loads. Yeah, spag bol is the easiest thing to cook, yeah, but when you're cooking on your own, yeah, I just got this microwave fucking pop-de ping, like, do you know what I mean? And fucking, it was shit. It was like shockingly shit. So
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's, yeah.
Mate, anything microwave, yeah, should be just fucking banned, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, what my fresh cooking is amazing. But when you live on your own, you don't want to be cooking massive fucking meals because you end up cooking for like 4 people.
Yeah, I find that.
And then you have to freeze it, and then you have to fucking microwave it afterwards.
Yeah, it's very true.
How's it going, everyone? I hope everyone's all right.
Yes. So, guys, you saw... Where is he? This guy, abseil. He did some abseiling.
Yeah, with the harness that didn't fit. That was the most...
you got down there and then and do you know, quite ironic, Matt was like, I've got my rope ladder. Oh,
yeah, I actually thought, I swear down, I actually thought, right, I was going to be stuck down there.
Yeah, because at one point we were just sitting there going, I mean, you guys didn't see that because we'd stopped filming. We were like, how the hell are we going to get down there? And then it just clicked. He went, rope ladder. I went, yeah. It's like, well, to be fair, we were just like, but I don't think he actually realised he had it. Yeah, Mr. Bengal.
Mate, it's like I literally abseiled down, yeah, and then I was just like, what the fuck? And then it was like, I got down there thinking, oh yeah, I'll just come back through that little hole, but it needed greasing and that. It was so hard. I spent 10 minutes. I managed to lift it about that much after 10 minutes, do you know what I mean, of trying. It wore me out. And then when we were down there, I was thinking, I hope there's an easier way out.
Well, there was in the end, to be fair. But as I said, guys, I didn't record that bit because I only had my big camera with me because I'm an idiot. But
oh, mate, wait until you see my video, mate. It's about 20 minutes long, mate. I didn't get any of me going down that first bit. I didn't get any going down like the first lot, all those ladders going all the way through that tunnel.
No,
I didn't get any of that. No, because I was more like excited just to be in the Explore, and I was like, oh shit, I better start recording. I was like, what the fuck? No, it's stupid, mate.
It was when we came out, we were even for hours afterwards. We were like, "Wow, what have we just done?"
It was like a
That was-
15-minute taxi. So you can imagine
Yeah.
how far we drove if it was 15 minutes in a car.
Yeah, we literally got out, guys.
I think we got out
And,
of that city.
yeah,
I actually
we were
think
out.
we got out of that city at one point.
we were out, and we were like, "Where the hell are we?"
We had to come all the way back in just to get our car.
Yeah, and then go back and get the.
That was the night, yeah. We slept in thingy when I cooked for you.
Christ, that was a long time ago. See,
Oh,
guys, you
mate.
don't realise how long ago this
Yeah.
was.
So when we slept in that Coventry Speedway, that was the night. That's mental. I just realised.
It's crazy.
That's nuts,
Crazy.
isn't it? Mate, my taste buds are weird. I'm not enjoying this either.
Thank you, Mr. Bengal, for your comment. Appreciate that, man. Everyone's loving it. Everyone loved the video, so
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. The massive concrete slab. I presume that was just to seal the thing, Neil.
Yeah, I think it was an explosion thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're putting it down to anyway, because it come across the hole, and then because it was all airtight, and where that little hatch was, that Figgy had moved that little bit, B fascia. Everything was all air tight. You'd never know it was there. We didn't have a clue it was there. Could be, yeah. Could be a seal for fires. Yeah, could be.
Could be. To stop the air getting in, spreading it.
Made those tunnels literally spidered off in every direction. We did one direction. We could go back another 12 times and still not see every tunnel.
Yeah, exactly, Mark.
Could be easy, easy. There's a possibility though we could be going back.
Yeah. Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Mate, I've stopped up. I've got my premiere tomorrow. Got my premiere next Friday. That's it. I'm not bringing any more videos out.
I did see. Well, that's fair enough, mate. That's
just can't be bothered anymore, mate. It's a bit naughty, isn't it? It's like I'm just spending all this money. I've got no money to myself. I'm not getting anything done. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm like spending all this fucking money, and I'm not getting anything in return. Like everyone says, "Oh, bring more videos out." I bring more videos out, and then no one turns up to them. So I'm like, nah, fuck it. What's the fucking point? So I'm just not bothering. I've been putting a lot of effort to go out and get all these places done, and I made sure that I had enough to go all the way through the lockdown. Do you know what I mean? So people didn't fucking go without. And then everyone was like, oh, move it from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So I moved it from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right? And then no one turned up then to my premieres for the last, 6 months. And then it's like, no one comments on my stuff. No one shares my stuff out. So it's like, why should I bother? So I'm not bothering anymore. I just seem to be like spending all the money and all my time, going out to get the videos. And then there's just like, I just feel like I'm just not being appreciated. So leave it.
I appreciate you, mate. You know that.
Oh, no, there's a few people that have messaged, right, saying, Taff, please don't, not bring any videos out because you've got fantastic videos. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like, it's just not the fucking point though, is it? It's like, I know, I know I'm appreciated, but it's just fucking stupid, mate. Everyone knows 8 o'clock every Friday. Yeah. Everyone knows 8 o'clock on a Thursday for you. Yeah. So it's like, you know who your regulars are because they're constantly in your chat. So you've got your constant like 20 or 25, whatever it is, or sometimes 30, 40, whatever. And that's fine, you know, like that. I'm so fucking grateful, Joe, for all my regulars. Yeah, it's like, you know, but it's at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think because I've been doing it for that long now, I should be getting a lot more views and I should be doing a lot more, you know, like on that. But it's like I spend that much time editing now. I've just got a constant fucking headache and it's just annoying. So I'm like, sod it. Can't be bothered with it.
Just
They're all
put
there
them all out,
ready. They're
mate.
already on YouTube. All they have to do is just release them.
Just release them all, mate, and then that's it. Then done.
To be honest, I'm thinking of just releasing one every single day till they're all done, mate. And then
We'll just do it. I mean, it'd be a shame not to put them out, mate.
well, I'm not really bothered either, to be fair. I've worked hard for it, so they can go out when I'm fucking ready. It's like tough, innit? No one knows what videos I've got. No one has a fucking clue.
Just,
Do you know what I mean?
just do what you're gonna do, and then wait, like you said, if there's an explore that's worth doing, we go do it, put it out, and just do it that way.
Well, this is it. Yo, like I really want to get
It's
this
your
mine
channel.
out.
Do what you want, mate. I'm not going to stop you.
Oh yeah, that's it, mate. You know,
Everyone
like
does their own thing, so you know.
You know, we're gonna go out next week. Is it next week we're going out, or is it the week after?
Week after, mate.
Week after, yeah. Right. So that's fine because, like, I'll make sure that when we go out, I'll make sure it's something definitely 100% worth going for. But
I'll look for some places as well.
So yeah, so hopefully
we've got a few to look at. We'll have a chat and you know find out where we want to go and just look at places.
It's crazy.
We know that flower, but you know it. I mean, I'm quite. You know, I work, so you know it doesn't bother me. But I know people are in different situations, which is fair enough, and I get that because YouTube pays fuck all, as we all know.
No, absolutely nothing, mate. You know, and like, see, now I don't rely right on people donating. You see, I never have relied on that, and I never will, right? Because it is so unreliable. Because you never know if someone's going to donate £1 or £100 or do you know what I mean? So, you know, 1 month you could do in £1, the next month you could do in £1,000. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous, you know. So I've never ever I've never asked anyone for anything, right? You know, and it's like, you know, I've struggled some months, do you know what I mean? And I've gone, fuck's sake, you know. And I've had a bit of a fucking rant about it, and then I've just fucking left it. Like, I rely on Tappy's Blowies. Fucking is right, mate. Pull my teeth out.
Get yourself on here, then, Matt. You've got the link. Yeah, no, now.
It is. It's just. It's really hard, mate. It really is crazy. It's mental, like.
Yeah, it's mental. What there probably could be out there underneath cities. You know, you got Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham. You know, just makes you wonder. I mean, obviously, there are tunnels there. There was what looked like telephone wires, or could be, you know, internet cables.
I think it goes to a telephone exchange. I think, and I think they're using them tunnels. Yeah, I think. That's what it looks like, anyway.
Yeah, because they're all obviously.
They're just all channeled, mate, for like miles, like, you know. So instead of them digging up the road like 10 foot, they've gone, well, we've got all these tunnels here. Do you know what I mean? We'll just put racking up and we'll just put them on there, like.
Makes sense. To be
fair, which is a lot better. Do you know what I mean? It's like out of sight, out of mind, isn't it?
Hence, you know, all them fans in there and how noisy it was.
Oh, mate, it was amazing.
They've got to obviously keep it cool down there with, you know, electrics, stuff like that. From 1 to 10, how good are you, Taff, at blowjobs? 1 to 10.
Oh, mate, at least a 12. Mate, you take these teeth out, mate. I could suck a fucking golf ball through a fucking hose pipe, mate.
Don't you get him excited?
Fucking hope so, mate. I'd have to go near him then. Fuck's sake.
Oh, crazy.
I think that was me I was eating before, not a chance.
Oh, mate, but yeah, that was such a crazy video. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, but I think we need to go back there and, well, not there, but
Yeah, man. See, like I stopped all my lives like a long time ago, and I just do like proper like random lives now.
I'm the same.
Don't-
I mean, I've told everyone that, you know, obviously I work. I can't be doing
Oh,
lives
you
all the
can't
time.
guarantee to do them every week.
I can't. You get a video every week, which I can guarantee. Which, you know, that's fair enough.
Which
And then they'll do the odd live like this. Hey, Kim and Dan, how you doing? Long time no see.
good. Big Face and Taffy did a great job abseiling down there, impress folks. Do you know what, Colonel, right? It's been about 5 years since the last time I abseiled, right? And that was the first time, right, that I'd actually like, got myself together. I knew what I was doing. It's just very hard, like, when you haven't done it for so long, you're sort of like, just initially going over the edge is the worst part. Once you're there and you know that rope's holding you, you game on then. Do you know what I mean? It's I've got all my abseiling stuff here. I can do it all myself.
Hang on.
Oh.
You can give him a blowjob now, mate.
Give me a blowjob. give me a blowjob now. Blowjob. Give me a blowjob now. You shaved for me as well, Taffy. Like you shaved it all off just for me.
Well,
look.
I shaved.
Oh,
today.
there we go. There.
Yeah.
Got a new razor today.
I have to choose now. Then, if you both shaved for me, like fucking.
Well, now,
not just here as well. Other areas.
I need my penis to look at least half an inch. So I've gained an extra quarter. So I'm all right now. I now have half an inch of a penis.
Fair shout.
Yes,
Boom.
mate.
Every little matters, as they say.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
It might not be long, but at least it's fat.
Oh well, there we go.
Walk, mate.
Yeah. I just did a little advert to invite people to come over, by the way. So let's see whether your numbers pop up now when we get more people coming over. We've got 68 right now. Let's see if we get in. So we get more than 150. That'd be good.
150? I didn't even know you could count that high. Gee whiz.
I can't count that high. I can just say it. I don't know what it means though.
No,
it's just
I know.
Abstract thing, innit?
What the fuck, Taffy? That's a new look. Mate, absolutely.
He was wondering where Matt is. Do you know where Matt was? Matt was thinking that Brady wasn't online because he finished doing his video. I sent him a thing saying, "Do you come in live then?" And he went, "Oh no." And I was like, "Okay." And so I put my phone down and forgot about it. 20 minutes later, I'm like, "Hang on, YouTube, like what? He's live." 20 minutes later.
Well, I asked him in the chat. I was like, "Are you going live?" After he was like, "Oh no, I'm not at home." I was like, "All right, Sam."
I wasn't then. I was like,
out. Fine. If you're gonna fucking be like that.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
nice. So anyway, we get the numbers up. Look, 71. What was it? 60 something, wasn't it? It's early. So it's let's say it was 61. Now it's 71. So we've got 10 more people. 10 more people for the blowjobs in the house. Come now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't like how we do it, get your cock out. Yeah.
Woohoo! Hang on.
And shave it.
Yeah.
Not like
Shave
yours.
all the hairs off for the side of it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Short back and sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that, mate. My penis discovered that it had alopecia, mate.
That's even better, mate. Don't have to shave then.
Like it can star in the new G.I. Jane movie then with Will Smith's missus. Could be her what do you call it? Like could do a cameo.
Oh.
Yeah. A cameo. He could do a cameo. Sorry.
A cameo.
A cameo. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Dinkum. How you doing, man?
Hey, Dinkum. Mate. Cock with mutton chops.
The reason I said about a blowy, right, and you all misinterpreted my completely innocent comments is because Brady has got his microphone in front of his mouth again, and that's all I'm hearing is got to put it out of the way. Yes. That wasn't an Indian voice. That was a Welsh voice, right? So stop saying that I'm racist. Anybody now? I'm not racist, right? That was Welsh.
Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way now. Yeah, get it out of the way. That's Welsh. You fucking bastard. You horrible anti-racist. You anti-racist racists.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's all I'm going to say before you even say it. So I'll beat you to it. Anyway, yeah. What have I taken tonight? I've had my G Fuel. Yeah.
G Fuel.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, Natalie. Jackie Green.
Good evening, everyone.
Jackie G. What's happening?
Yeah.
Goblin farts in the building.
What? Is there really a person called Goblin Farts?
Yeah, I've seen them before.
Are they? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. That's like
yes.
that's like that game. What was it? It's like cock, bum, muff hole, and it's like, yeah, your cock just farted up my muff.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You haven't seen it. It's a comedy, and it's very, very funny and twisted. Right? It's called Nathan Barley. He goes, "Do you want a game of cock, bum, muffle?" And he's like, so they're like, and it's like, was it cock? And he's like, and he's like, oh, your cock just farted up my muff.
Fuck's sake, is it that time already to leave?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
seriously,
worse, isn't it?
Quality comedy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
So, the subject of tonight was the place we've just.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, tonight. You're right. I did get straight off it then, didn't I? Yeah, I was like miles away. I was editing, see?
So
is the plan to go back? Is the question?
I'd like to go back, yeah.
I would definitely want to go back.
I think there's a lot more to see. A lot, obviously, because it's the way it is.
I thought you were, for a second then, I thought you were talking about the bloody mine in North Wales. I thought we talked about this last night. No. Of course, no. We're talking about bunker now, aren't we? Yeah. Yes. I would love to, if we can find a way that has an open door like that last one we had, because it's got to be as easy as that.
Honestly, now, I personally think the way we come out is the way we're going back in, so we can carry on to that 1600.
Well, mate, saying that, they will highly secure that now, won't they?
Well, no one's shown the way out, did they?
I didn't.
Not so far. No,
I didn't.
So, and I definitely didn't.
I wasn't recording, but I wouldn't have shown it anyway. Just because obviously you don't want people, the wrong ones going down there anyway.
That's a good point, actually, because nobody knows how where we were, right?
Nope. I didn't say where
So
we were.
if we don't
I
show,
mean,
if I don't show where we got in,
And I haven't.
maybe if I don't show how we got out,
But
then
if
it
you
will
carry
still
on
be our secret.
further down before we get in the taxi, because that's when you finished up, wasn't it? So if you show that bit, no one will know where it is.
I showed us when we were walking out, when we'd actually got
Yes.
out. But
Yeah.
I didn't show us.
It's a good point, actually. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I probably just would have just put it in there without thinking, but now that you've mentioned it like that, it's probably a good idea not to show it, because although it would be very entertaining,
yeah,
it's going to give everyone the idea, like, oh, right, that's where we're all right. We can get around there then. Yeah. Have you talked about the fact that they can't actually get in there anymore?
Oh no, I didn't mention that. Yeah, guys,
you haven't mentioned that.
The actual way we got in is now bricked up.
Yeah,
they have bricked it up, so
it doesn't exist. It's like as if there wasn't anything there.
Let's just say it's some Harry Potter shit. Do you know when you see like these walls that are like freshly fucking built, yeah, and then you run into them? That's exactly how we got in. Yeah.
And it's funny actually, because there's a clue of where it was in one of my previous videos, but you're not gonna work it out. The clue is so obtuse because I purposely kept it out of shot when we were doing a video somewhere once, and I kept the clue out of shot, but it is kind of there in the background if you know what you're talking about.
I know
the clue's
which one
there.
you're on about.
I know exactly which one it was, because me and Brady, we actually like voice messaged, right? And we were like, "Did you see that? Did you see where we went?" And I was like, "Absolutely!" We just got so excited.
I went in the
like,
video. Wow. I went, "You know where that is?" And he went, "Don't say anything." I went, "I won't," but you know where that is.
Because it's sort of like it was very grey, blackwash, wasn't it? Grey and white and blackwash, like, you know, it was cool, like.
It was a weird one as well, because some people had said to me when they watched my video, they said a few people in the comments, and I deleted their comments because they were obviously giving too much away, but they said to me, "Oh, you know that explore you're doing there? That's really close to blah blah blah." And I went, "Yes, I know. Delete," because I didn't want to tell people we'd been down there. So for the last 7 months, I've been deleting comments from people going like, "Did you know?" So the thing is, the amount of people who knew it was there, but nobody stuck a video or anything up about it. They've all kept quiet about it. They all knew it was there, and they all knew they could get in. And I apologize, because now after we sort of like came out, we probably set off.
I'm not being funny, right? But the night that Volt puts his out is the night we're gonna hit it before it actually goes live. We're gonna go back because once that goes out there is no fucking chance going back. So Matt, before you do it, mate, please let us know, right, so that we can arrange to meet up to go and do it like that day before you actually put it out, mate, because we know shit's gonna hit the fan at that point.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, the thing is, that's been there for ages like that, and people have been going in it, and I don't think anyone's known that anyone's been going in there. But
and if they have, they've really kept it under fucking lock and key. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, I've heard anything else.
Like, I've never seen anyone even speak about it.
Yeah. Dave Williams, I'm actually working on it as we speak. I literally came on this live stream. I came off doing the editing for it.
Oh yeah, you were on about that last night.
Portland Bunker is so close now. It's so close. But the thing is, I'm actually going through it, and I'm putting in clips and clips and clips and clips to illustrate the owner of the bunkers talking. And I'm going back through my drone footage. And when she says something, bang, I put a clip in. She says something else, bang, I put a clip in. So everything's now illustrated. So I want to go through it again and then watch it again, and then any more I can put in there. Because the thing is, I think the more you put in there, the more it's going to be a really nice little documentary, not just a sort of rushing around corridors. You're going to learn something from it a bit more. So I want to get it looking good, because I was musing over how I could do it. I've sussed out how to do it now, so it works well. Yeah. Anyway, that just answers your point. Sorry. Back to the bunker then. I mean, come on. That shit was crazy from the word go. When even what you just like there was a door, right? And the door was like hidden, I'll just say behind some bins. Yeah.
Pretty
And
much.
it's like just open this door and you're straight into this bloody hole into the ground. And it's like, you know, when I was told it was there and told go there, yeah, because somebody saw my earlier video and they said, did you know this was there? Like, all right. And I was like, I went and had a look. Lo and behold, what they said we'd find, we found. And then the door was open, so we went in. And it's like, but after we did this, somebody went back. Was it a week later? Or 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
A week?
Yeah.
And that door was gone. That door was gone. There was no longer a door. It was just like all brick.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's like God had erased. Erased it, changed the landscape.
But the question is, right? Did someone actually watch us go in there, right, and not say anything? And then in the morning they've gone, people have been in there last night. You need to do something about it, like now. And we didn't notice anybody as we were going in. Or did they just think, well, hang on a second, why is that door open? And they've just gone, right, well, we can't have this kind of problem ever again. And they've gone, right, let's pull the door out, let's brick it up.
Yeah.
What's the answer? Do you know what I mean? It's we don't know. Do you know what I mean? We were very fucking goddamn lucky that, you know, that we found the door. We wasn't expecting to come across that door as such. We knew we would have had to come in through the roof, but we wasn't expecting that door to be open. So
I was kind of told that the door would be open, but
right.
Yeah, I was told the door would be open, and I went there in the afternoon, right?
Did you?
But when we climbed up on top, I was just interested to see if there was any other way in, because put it like this, folks. I mean, you probably see in the video. You look up. It's an air shaft. Yeah. It's an air shaft, and it's in a quite busy place. So, you know, I wanted to know whether there was another way in, and you know, basically, yeah, the door was open. I knew that, and we'd been there before, and we'd seen the door there was open. But when I came down there earlier on that day, right, I was spotted by somebody who works in one of those buildings, so I had to get out of there really quickly. And as you say, I just don't know whether or not, you know, they might have reported it and said like, "Whoa, what is people down there?
People are hanging around or whatever." We don't know, do we?
Yeah.
And this is the problem that we genuinely have every day. So like,
but once you get in there and you see, like, I've never seen anything like that before. This concrete plinth. Did you because I haven't watched yours thoroughly. Did you explain, or did you show the fact that this is a plinth that comes across and it goes jong and drops in? Yeah. It drops on top of the bunker, so to seal everyone in.
It's got to be airtight, that.
Yeah, but it can't. It's not operational anymore because it hasn't been maintained. Didn't look like anyone had been in that room apart from explorers. Nobody'd been in that room for probably like 30 years or something like that. You know, it's like all that equipment was seized. Right, there was an emergency hatch that had a pump up, didn't it? It had like a pump, so you could pump the hatch up. And this wasn't no normal little hatch, like a little, you know, little metal thing.
Not that thick.
This was like this thick. It was like something you'd find in, I don't know, like Cheyenne Mountain, you know?
Yeah. Well, see, I went down and I climbed up the ladders, and there was these massive bars, or massive cogs, right? And then so the cog went down onto another cog, and then it would spin all the way up, and it would lift the grid up. But there was two of them, so when you were lifting one down, you'd have to lift the other one up. So you'd be going like this to lift it up, and it after like literally 10 minutes, your arms, I was just sat there going, I can't do it anymore. And then it only moved about that much, and that was it. And I was like, what the hell? But it was well greased, it was well used. But I couldn't physically figure it out. I said, you know, to B-Face, I was like, Jordan, come on, man, help me with this. Like I said, because I'm struggling. So literally, I was on one, I was going, but we had to do it in sequence, otherwise it wouldn't lift. So we were fighting each other, and then it was like, hang on a second, this doesn't look right. So we were trying to figure that out so everyone else could come down through the ladder. And it got to the point, and then it was like B-Face had climbed back up, and I was like, I can't get back up there. I'm literally fucked. Do you know what I mean? I was like, how the fuck am I going to do that? And then it wasn't then until Brady was like, have you not got your rope ladder? And he went, yeah, I've got it. And I was going, you fucking do you know what I mean? It was like, I was like, you fucking wanker. I was like,
Well, at that
there,
point, because we sat there like going, how the hell are we going to get down there now? Is there any other way?
It was just mental. It was just literally mental. Like,
I think we could have all got down, but the idea was, we said, how can we do it? And I said, we'd need to abseil. And Jordan turned around and said, well, I got my abseiling gear. And I went, have you? Oh, go and do it then. Go and do it. So Taffy and Jordan went down for a look. We didn't know where this thing went. We didn't know if it was...
Oh, we went all the way down to the bottom, all the way to the other end, and we come running back going, the gate's open, as if the gate's open. And I was going, mate, I haven't even recorded. And I was just like, so I went all the way back, all the way up. And I go, fuck's sake, I'm going to climb all the way back down this now. I was like, I must have done it 3 times before we'd even done it. And then it was like, it was just mental because it wasn't until I got through those gates and I went, I'm not even recording.
But we were hoping that you would find the mechanism to open the hatch so that we wouldn't have to abseil down.
Well, and
once we knew that you couldn't do that, the hatch was knackered, and I think it was probably not just the hydraulics. I got a feeling it looked like it was rusted in place. You know, it looked like it didn't.
Maybe it needed bar in it, Joe, to just break the rust. Maybe, I don't know.
But, I think it's just way too heavy.
Yeah. I don't like doing stuff like that. Even like Joe outside, you know, like with normal grids, like, you know, when it's been raining loads and you have to try and lift it. I've got grid keys, and we tried grid keys. Do you remember? And literally, and then it was like we found these other keys and they fitted in there, but even we tried lifting it at the same time. We tried everything. Do you know what I mean? Apart from, because none of us carry any tools or anything. So it's like, you know, it's how do we open that up with no tools? Do you know what I mean? You know, to sort of like, you know, just try and sort of like, you know, move it just that little bit, Joe, to each side, just to sort of break the seal a little bit. And it was like nothing, couldn't do anything. So I didn't have much of a choice but to abseil down. Like, and I'm quite confident anyway with stuff like that anyway. But it was like my harness didn't fit. It wasn't my harness. Do you know what I mean? I was literally struggling to get into that. And then it was just like, it was just one thing after another. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like, I was like, fuck it. If I die now, I die. It's tough. Like, you know, I'm doing it anyway. Whether I had a harness or not, I was going to fucking get down there one way or another. So it was.
I mean, once we realised that they were down there and they would have to get back up, and this hatch wasn't working, so they're not going to get up back through that, which is what we thought was going to happen. They're going to go down, open the hatch, and then that's it. Then we can get all the abseiling gear out, and we can just all go down the ladder. And then it became like, oh shit, what are we going to do now then? We're all going to have to abseil down there, and if we come out and we come out in a hurry, all 4 of us are going to have to abseil up. And then somebody said, oh, it's a shame you ain't got your, I think they said, like, it's a shame you ain't got your rope ladder. I'll have to watch the video. And I went, actually, I have. It's in the car. Oh, I suppose we could use that, couldn't we? And I bloody forgot about it. But I wasn't sure it was going to be long enough.
It was so funny, like proper funny, like. But I've got I think 50 foot of rope there, so I could probably make a good rope ladder out of that. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, anybody who's got a piece of rope, you can tie them in loops. And you can tie loop after loop after loop after loop, and it's a pain in the ass getting your foot into the loops, but it can make a good makeshift rope ladder on the spot if you can find a piece of rope. I've done it, and it works, but it's very hard. You've got to kind of like hang there and then look at your foot and wiggle your foot and try and wiggle your foot into one of the hoops, and that takes time. It's not easy, but it can be done. You know, it's just like good makeshift rope ladder. You know, it can be done. Hello, knowledge within. Calls me an absolute leg end. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, once we all got in there, then we made a plan. We said, like, well, if we have to get back out up here in a hurry, we'll all just go. And we made a little bit of a plan, didn't we? Sort of like, right. So this is a plan. This is what we'll do, and we do this, and then we'll meet at this place. So we like made our little things. If we get screwed, we might all have to split up, but we'll all meet back at X place. And, you know, we all kind of yeah. So we got underground, and then it was like the you could hear the fan noise then, couldn't you? Like,
It was loud.
I thought that the noise we were hearing on the surface, because there was a lot of buildings around where we were, and we could hear all their fan noises. But once you got underground, you realise, well, actually, there's a fan on in this place underground. It was well noisy, wasn't it?
Hey, Pete, what's happening, buddy?
How you doing, Pete?
Oh, anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I got to go and do a man thing.
Exiting the bum juice.
Oh. Well, welcome in, everyone. Thanks for coming over, guys. Appreciate it. Hello. We've done the video we've put out tonight is a bunker. If you haven't,
to be honest, Brady, right, I might not even release my video on it because my video is that shockingly shit, right? And it was just like when everyone watches yours and then they watch like Matt's, they're just gonna be like, I don't need to see any more now, because literally, I think you've got it like down to a T there. Do you know, of the top, right? I know I'm in your video, right, and I know I'm in all the other ones, like, but it was, you know, I think that mine is just like, it is so fucking plain and so flat. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's weird.
It's still
like,
a video, mate. I'd still put it.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like you know, like there's a lot of videos that I just go, all right, sound. And I just don't even think about posting them. But I think this one, I know I'm there and I know I'm in the footage and that, but my video genuinely is not a great video. Even by my standards, it's not a great video. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm glad that you guys have caught me doing all the abseiling and, you know, all that sort of stuff, so people can see what lengths that we have to go through to get into these places. And it's you know, I think it's just absolutely fantastic. Like, so.
By the way, if you need to borrow any of the footage, I thought you might need to, but I noticed it didn't look like you had. But if you need to kind of complete what you're doing when you put yours out.
To be honest, mate, there's that much that I'm missing anyway. I'm missing at least half of it. So the only thing I can do now is when we go back to the next one, is literally slap my GoPro on and just leave it record. And then literally when I hear it bleeping, then carry on then with my my pocket. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, like, that's the only thing I can do next. Do you know what I mean? But I think it'll be, I think if we're not silly about it and we do it the right way, because look where we come up, right, into that place.
Yeah.
We only have to wait 30 seconds. I'm not saying any more than that. Do you know what I mean? You know where we come out of. Yeah. We only have to wait, and that's it.
That's it. I mean, yeah.
It's just a waiting game, innit? So I'll wait there all day if it means I can get into there. I will gladly go there from 5 o'clock in the morning and wait until 12 o'clock at night, if it means I can get in there. Do you know what I mean? I will gladly do it. Do you know what I mean? I am not bothered in the slightest. Do you know what I mean? So there's no way that those bits where we climbed out of, there's no way that they're being used until you get down to the bottom. Do you know what I mean? It's
because it said when we came up it was an escape hatch. So
yeah. So there's obviously another way in.
But it obviously they maintained it. Whoever.
Oh yeah.
Were.
I think they would have had to anyway through health and safety. Do you know what I mean?
Jordan was ahead of me. He opened it, and I was like, "Oh, look where we are." Not going to say we were, but I was like, "Oh, all right." And then, we literally straight out of the door, fire escape, and we were out. And it was like, "Whoa!" And we realised, where the hell are we?
Yeah, we didn't know where we were. Even when we were out on the main road, it was
clue.
like, where the hell are we? And it was like, we had to look on the maps for the first 2 minutes, but move well away, like, you know, just in case, you know, because we weren't sure where we were, or we could have come out in a police station for all we knew. We didn't have a bloody clue.
Yeah, we'd come at least a mile or something like that away.
And the rest.
Yeah. And it took us 15 minutes in a taxi to get back to where we started from.
So that'll give you an idea how far away that we was. And we hit every green light on the way.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
How
None of it
deep
was in traffic.
How many meters deep do you reckon that place is? That's a good question, actually. But I tell you what, there were a lot of steps down. There's a lot of steps down.
200 foot, do you reckon? To the bottom?
I would say it looks deeper than Corsham. When you look down the Corsham tunnels and things, it looks deeper than that. I'd say maybe 200 feet.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is as well,
that first ledge that I got to, that was around about 50 foot, I reckon. Maybe 40 foot, 40, 50 foot, to the first bit. And when I looked down, I got vertigo looking down because it was that high. Yeah.
It was scary, wasn't it?
I looked and I just went, oh.
It was high.
And I was sitting there going like, I was like, holy crap, that's high. That's really high, you know, and I really did panic a little. And I was thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to get down there. And the steps were so narrow. It was still going down, and it was like, Jesus Christ.
It was one of them points where I wish I didn't have my big camera because it was so awkward trying to get down there with that. I was like, oh. But
to be honest, Brady, what I think you might have to do, right, instead of waiting months and months and months, right, you might have to bite the bullet, mate, and just go, order it. Do you know what I mean? Order the pocket, mate. Because there's nothing wrong with the first one, is there, Matt? It's just on the second one, you've got all the zoom and all those little bits, but there's nothing wrong with my one. And I mean,
you can get that rotary control for the first one.
Yeah,
you can get that. It's just 20 quid.
You can buy all sorts, mate.
Well, I'll have a look this week and price it up.
And it's like half the price. You can still do 4K. You can do 2.7K or 1080p.
I'm not bothered about 4K, but.
No, but everything's there. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you really want to move up to 4K, the options are there. Do you know what I mean?
You've got 1080p 60, and I think it goes up to 120 the 1080p as well. It can do you can do slow motion video if you want.
Yeah, all the slow mo and everything's on there.
But
it's well worth looking at, Brady, because obviously 400 quid, mate, is a lot of money in it, Joe, to find. So. You know, like now, I've had mine for nearly 12 months, right? And not one problem have I ever had with it.
But the thing is, it's only 400 quid if you want the full bundle, which has got the radio mic and everything. It's cheaper if you like. Hang on, let's have a look. Pocket.
You can get one on Amazon for 178 quid.
There you go.
It's the creator combo is 460 quid, which comes with a radio mic, Pocket 2 and gimbals. Well, there's a company here, MBP, is selling them 294 refurbished.
So it's up to you, mate. You know, if you really want to spend that kind of money, I would really consider the first one, mate. I've had a play with the second one, and I can't see much of a difference. There is a difference. Obviously, it's the silly little settings, and the feel of it and stuff like that. It's slightly thicker. I find, the quality is slightly better. Do you know what I mean? But apart from that, I don't see no problem with the first one at all. And I'm more than happy with mine. Do you know what I mean?
339 from DJI themselves. And if you do buy it from them, you can then get, I think, no matter if you buy one new, you can get the insurance on it. So if you smash it in any way, it's just like bang, they send you a new one.
Like I've glued my wide angle lens on, Do you know what I mean? So,
Well, I glued mine on with hot glue, but the thing with hot glue is that it just peels off. It doesn't even leave a mark when it peels off.
Yeah, that's it.
Hot glue is quite good for that. But yeah, they didn't, when they first came out, they didn't sell the wide angle lens unless you bought the full kit, which had the radio mic as well. Now you probably can buy you can buy that. Yeah, but they weren't selling them.
Well, in fact, Matt, I've got your old one because I bought mine off Ray.
What, the pocket one?
No, the wide angle lens.
Oh right, you bought a lens off him, did you? Bloody hell.
That was ages ago. Like, I think, do you remember the story, right? When we had a bit of road rage and I threw a can of coffee at someone's back window on the motorway on the M6? That day, it was that same day. Literally, like, launched, I was like, oh, you fucking wankers, and proper cut us up, like, and you know what I'm like, I'm fucking awful. Like, Ray was going, Taffy, can't believe you just did that. I was like, stop the car. I said in front of him, I said, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. Even Max from with Brady, Taffy, and everybody. Antonio from Anthony Nicholas. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're good, Mom.
How you doing, man?
Benno. Fuck's sake.
Oh, God.
Who's that?
Benno.
Yeah.
Who is? Yeah, right. Yeah. Channel 4 lift surfing. Actually, yes, I watched that today, and that's going to be very, very useful for me in court. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't have asked for a better present because I will be taking that into the court case. Well, so thank you very much for that. That's very, very kind. Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that.
Because, I mean, you know, when you say one thing and then videos that you have working with Channel 4 show something very different, you absolutely, you know, give me the evidence I need. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
man,
you very much.
I don't have a choice, to be honest, Bob. It's like, I'm not dealing with those fucking idiots. Not being funny, but they're fucking so...
But it is an interesting...
And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, before you'd even fucking like, you know, and this is what I'm saying, I open my fat fucking mouth, right, before I even think about it.
Yeah. But I'm very glad it came out. There's a number of things that I'm going to be taking into court, and that was just one of the cherries on the cake. That video.
Mate, do you know what? Right, I love cake, right, and everyone says to me, "But you can't have your cake and eat it." And I was like, "Fucking watch me." Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't make a fire and not poke it, and it's like fucking right. You can. You give it a good right fucking poke, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
there's 135 people watching now.
Hello.
Fucking
Welcome.
hell.
Fucking hell.
Well, I have
subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Not to me, to these guys, because they need it. I'm already there. La 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 la. These guys need it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tough. You can look at the menu, but when you're on a diet, Dave fucking Strong. If I want to fucking, I'm on a seafood diet. I see it and I fucking eat it, mate. You know what I mean, mate? This fucking belly is well fucking paid for. You know what I mean? And I've been a right little fatty, mate. I swear down.
Good
and I don't give a shit, right? You can send me all the fat fuck shit, right? You want, right? And I don't give a shit, right? But it got to the point when Volt was sending me and I was just feeling sick. It was minging. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all fun and good. Like, it's all fun. Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, I would say, I personally would say get the DJI Pocket brand new. You know, I know you can buy them secondhand, and I did sell one secondhand, a DJI Pocket 1 to Ray. But my Pocket 2 failed, and I had to send it back because it was just shaking. It was like the gimbal was just shaking. So the thing is, yeah, you get your first year warranty and all that, but you can extend beyond it then. And even if you do something yourself wrong, like drop it in water, they just replace it for you. And the extended warranty is only something like 50 quid. You know what I mean? And for the amount,
worth it, innit?
yeah, if you're really looking after your equipment, but like you can't help a drop of rain getting in it or something like that sometimes, and it could just get into the mechanism, and that would be enough to kill it,
Oh yeah.
So it's one
Like,
of
I'm
those.
really careful with mine. Like, like my DSLR or like my pocket, anything like that has never ever seen the rain. But my GoPros, fucking hell, they've been abused, by the rain, because that's what they're designed for. So as soon as it's raining, GoPro's on and off I go. Like, Taffy shaved his face. I did.
So yeah, what were we on about now? We got down underground. There was this like colossal stairs that were parallel to the tunnel that you see going down into the ground, and they were just like spiraling down, and that was pretty mad, wasn't it? I mean, just like that many stairs. It was like down.
Yeah, by that lift, was it? By that lift?
No, I don't think there was a lift.
Yeah, there was a lift. We went up to it, but it wasn't working because we went up to it and it had been recently serviced, or something had been serviced next to it. It was blue.
Shit, I forget now. Bloody hell!
I know it's been that long. Yeah, I can't remember. I was watching
Jordan went up to it and he was like, "Ooh, there's a lift here." I went, "Oh." I think it looked like a service lift. One of them that with the concertina doors that pulls across.
Concertina, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've forgotten now.
Blue it was.
Dan did not ask you what type of bunker is it. Well, it was a bunker for BT, British Telecom. It would have been created by the Post Office and GPO probably in the 60s, I would imagine. And maybe even before that. It might have been built before that, might have been upgraded, And basically, have we said where it is even? Have we said what it is?
Now has messaged and said where it was right at the top of the chat.
Right. Okay. Because I was gonna say to people,
I'm hoping
where it was.
People have cottoned on, like, so.
We know. Yeah. I've said which city it is, but I haven't said where it is. If you know what I mean. It was in the video. If you care to listen, it's only said twice.
Okay, it's Birmingham. It's Birmingham, and it's the very famous anchor bunker for it's anchor as in like a ship's anchor, and that's what they call it. That's the name that was given to it, anchor. And there's one in Manchester called Guardian, right? So these are the special names, the top secret names that were given to these things. They're obviously known now. People know these names now, but it was for communication, and of course, in a nuclear war, the one thing they still want to have working after a nuclear war is communications up and down the country. They want to be able to speak to each other in these bunkers in various places. And who's in charge of communications, or who was and still is completely in charge of communications? It's still BT. They've sold bits of it off, this OpenReach and various other things, but ultimately, they wouldn't sell off OpenReach. I don't think OpenReach is privatized because it's the backbone. You can't privatize the backbone of your military and government communications. I don't think they can. So that's why they sold off BT phones. But OpenReach, I think, is still government. I could be wrong on that, but you'll probably tell me I'm wrong now. Anyway, I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Yeah.
Wrong. I don't know whether you're wrong, but you're wrong.
I don't know.
You're always bloody wrong, Mark.
It's all right, mate. Where are you? There you go. Give me a pat.
You want to be right.
You bastards. British Telecommunications. You're fucking wrong, you cunt.
Yeah, so basically, they had all the money from the government to strengthen up these bunkers, make them nuclear proof, and because of where it is in the center of Birmingham, right, it had to be nuclear proof. And of course, what do you think Russia would do? They're going to drop at least one, if not more than one, nuclear bomb on top of Birmingham, straight in the middle, bang, straight in the middle. And that's exactly where the bunker is, straight in the middle of Birmingham. So you can imagine that if that happened, the amount of pressure wave there would be, right? I mean, even if you were underground, right? If you were in a building underground and you weren't hit by the flash or the heat, simply the pressure wave would rip your body apart, of coming down through air ducts and things like that, just go boosh and just pull your body apart. Yeah. So I know it's a bit graphic, but you know, your ears would be gone, your eyes would be popped, organs would be ruptured. Yeah. From that. And that's why, unlike a lot of bunkers you've ever seen in the past, this one has to survive. It is a must survive bunker. And that's why they had this concrete thing that would come across and drop in, because that was a pressure plug to stop the overwhelming. It would probably allow a little bit of air in and a little bit of air out, but it would take out the major part of the, you know, that suck, you know, that all that pressure, you know, that punching pressure. And it would get rid of most of that pressure. And then there would be obviously extra precautions underground to sort of seal people in and make things secure. But it didn't look that nuclear proof underground, do you think?
I don't know, because like, do you know at the bottom when we walked through that massive ass tunnel and when we went through the gate, did you not see that door? Mate, that door was the whole size of that whole tunnel. That with a round fucking thing. That thing locked in, mate. That was an airtight door.
There was plenty of like big rooms that
it was huge.
So, are you talking about the tunnel? The door would have gone bang and closed in place,
and then it was a massive round thing, and then the things would have shot out into the walls to fucking lock it in. I'm telling you now, that thing was humongous.
I didn't see that.
It was the whole size of that whole tunnel. So you can imagine right at the bottom of all those stairs where I abseiled down, and then we walked down all those stairs, and then we took a right and went straight down the bottom. We went through that
there.
Well, yeah, and it was a massive. It looked like a massive vault door, but it wasn't a vault door.
Would I be correct? Would I be correct in saying that if the tunnel was there like this door was lying like that, and you could walk past it, and in an event of a thing, it probably the air would have blown it closed like that.
Yeah,
because it was actually had a pin here and here,
and
not
on the side,
and it would have actually just gone and just shut.
Yeah. And then they would have had do you know, like on a vault, they had like a big round thing,
right?
Like a round handle. I seen it all. I was like, wow, what the fuck? I was like, why is this it? Do you remember we were talking about it? Do you remember, Brady, when we were there? Go look how fucking big this door is. It's fucking massive. And I think we were that like sort of like disorientated a little bit, and it was like, Jesus Christ, it was so big. I'd never seen anything like it.
And the funny thing is, I mean, BT has got one of the biggest. They're one of the biggest rip-off telephone companies in the world. They always have been. They've always charged people like 25 times more than any other company's paying for phone bills in the world. Yeah, and that's not going on staff costs. You know what I mean? That's going into some of this infrastructure, like bunkers and crap. You know, and I've been in a few BT bunkers because, like, on tops of hills where you have a transmitter. Right, and then you see as well a couple of boxes and all that sort of, like a couple of rooms. Well, they go down underground. A lot of those, they're all bunkers, and inside them they've got metal-lined walls to keep the EMP from destroying the equipment inside. And there's a lot of money has gone into hardening and proofing these things to survive a nuclear blast. And when there's an emergency, you could bet that in the past these people would have people manning them. You know, they wouldn't just come along later on. They'd be there living because they had cafeteria, they had a place to make food and, you know, and showers and things like that. And they were people living in these things so that if bang, you know, somebody dropped a bomb, they were already there, you know. The waterboard had them because we've seen those. They're quite small, those ones, the waterboard ones. Well, at least the ones on site at various reservoirs, but there's lots of reservoirs around. So they've all got their own little bunkers, a lot of these reservoirs, you know. But then they've got their master bunkers, which are like the control bunkers that speak to all those people who are out there in those reservoirs, you know. And you could bet that a lot of people would be hanging out, living in these things, waiting for the shit to happen, like, you know. And that was BT's answer. They've got one in London, which nobody's ever seen. The current one, nobody's ever seen. The old one, Kingsway Telephone Exchange, people have seen that. It's massive. It's absolutely makes what we looked at like a joke. I mean, it makes it look like, yeah, you know, joke compared to what we saw, you know, and that, you know, that's for London, but that's the one we know about, and that's become unused now. So where's the one they're now using?
Well,
because you can bet your bottom dollar they got something better than that one now, you know, and it's all designed to be like it can take a full-on impact. So these things were never supposed to be deep enough. So I bet you now in London, there's one that's like about 1,000 feet down.
Do you reckon?
Oh yeah, because they got money. They got money, haven't they? They make out they haven't got any money, but when it comes to like wars and weapons and, you know, oh, they've always got money. And it's like, oh, we got no money, but we're going to build a £20 billion underpass near Stonehenge. But hang on, you ain't got money for this, you ain't got money for that, you ain't got money for this, but you're just going to build an underpass for £20 billion, and they never got any money. But they've always got money. You know what I mean? The government is the epitome of rich people, right? I have done work for rich people in the past, right? And they live in mansion houses, yeah, and they got 7 cars. They go skiing 3 times a year. Like they got a boat, you know, and a big farm and solar panels and burners, so they can burn all their rubbish to kind of, you know, provide heat for the house, swimming pool, all this sort of stuff, right? But they're always poor. They're so poor. I haven't got any money. Oh, I'm so poor. I can't believe how. Oh, I'm so poor. And they're always like that, right? That's the government. Fucking rolling in fucking money and going, oh, we ain't got no money, pretending like they're poor. Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
and I've met a lot of people like that, and that's what our government's like. Oh, we got no money, but then they've always got money for things they want to do, not what we want, what they want. You know, always got money. So I don't believe any of it. I fucking don't believe a bit of it. When you see stuff like that underground and you think, right, every city's going to have one of these, probably a lot of towns have got them, and we know about most of them because they've all become defunct, yeah? But there's probably ones there that we don't know about now, which have been paid for, which we won't find out for about another 20, 30 years. And when we find out about those, they'll already have another one. Because they don't make good as well. That's the thing. They don't take these bunkers and go, right then, well, we got a bunker, we spent all this money, right, let's just strip it out and clean it up, put in new equipment and make it work. No, they walk away. They do what the MOD always do. They walk away from it and they build another one somewhere else.
It's a bit
and
crazy.
Then they go chunk. Because they got the money to do it, you see. They've got the money to do that. It's our money, by the way. I mean, we're paying for it. You know, it's us. We're paying for this stupidity and bullshit.
Yep.
You know,
makes you think, doesn't it?
When you see it like that, I mean, this is why they don't like people going down these places. It's not because, you know, security and all that. I think it's because people get pissed off when they see how much money's being spent like this. It's like that. That's half of it. They just don't want you seeing where they're spending the money. You know. And you see how far that went. That was going across Birmingham,
We went
from one side of Birmingham to the other. A massive tunnel, straight line.
Yeah.
We're talking miles. And miles that way and miles that way.
Right? It went off like that.
Yeah.
And literally, I think there was 12 of them that went off, and it just spidered off in every fucking direction.
You could easily get lost down there. Easy.
Yeah.
But then again, you just head in one direction and find an escape hatch.
Oh, yeah, you just find an escape hatch and off
you come out in someone's, I don't know, someone's building, like, all right. Oh, yeah. Probably.
You just run out, don't you, straight away.
And that's the one thing about that BT thing, which you don't see with the military so much, is like BT do actually know what they're doing. Because the military, they're idiots. I mean, let's face it. I mean, like, you know, who the hell wants to go and sign up to get blown away? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so you got like, most of the people who work in the military are muppets. I'm sorry for saying this if it pisses people off, but they are muppets. Yeah. I mean, it's people who can't get a real job go in the military. Yeah. So it's full of Muppets being run by Toffee Nails. Oh yes, I send them all into battle. Oh, yes, yeah. You know, like Hooray Henry, right? So basically, he's in charge of all the Muppets. So you've got a Muppet in charge of Muppets, and up above him, he's got like Lord Fauntleroy, Sir fucking Gauntlet, fucking Nimby Pants. You know, fucking in charge of all them. And he's silver spoon in his mouth, never fucking worked a day in his fucking life. You know, and he's in charge of it all. You know what I mean? And it's like Muppet, 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 Muppet. Yeah, the military, all Muppets. You get scientists and people like that who work for the military. They know what they're talking about. They actually have qualifications and they actually know things. Yeah. So they invent things for the military and they go, invent me this, invent me that, invent me this, invent me that. And then these scientists give them this stuff. And then they don't know what to do with it, and they don't know how to maintain it, and it's not maintained. And if it's not for the scientists, then nothing would be maintained in the MOD, because these people do not know what they're doing. This is why you go and see these bunkers, and they're all like decrepit. It's like because they didn't know that. Well, you have to actually maintain this shit, you know. So this is why they just keep moving on, because build a new one and it'll last us 10 years because we don't know how to keep things properly. So. And we move to another one, and let that go for 10 years, you know. And it's like it used to be years ago when they built some in the military, it would last 200 years. It was made out of stone. It would last forever. And then it was like, well, it last 100 years. Then it was like it last 40 years. Now it's last 10 years. You know what I mean? Because we're at the skill level of like what they're prepared to pay for. It's everything's going down and down and down and down. But what you didn't see in that bunker, it's been decommissioned. That place we went into has been decommissioned, so it's just used for, you know, piping the wires along it. Yeah, but what we did see was it was kept, and they knew what they were doing. They had fire equipment. They had signs warning you if there was a fire, don't enter this room, and all that. You never see that in military bunkers. BT know what they're doing because they're engineers. They are paid to do clever stuff.
See,
MOD are just paid to load a weapon, point it, and press fire. They don't understand how it works.
See, the only thing, right, the difference between the military and an engineer, right? Most military, right, are fucking programmed, right? One shot kill you, and they're trained, and that's all they are is a fucking robot, right? They get taken in, they get broken down, they get rebuilt up, right? So when you go into like the Marines or SAS or Special Forces, anything like that, right? The higher you fucking go, mate, the worse it fucking gets. So when you come to an engineer will look at it and go, nah, mate, ain't doing that shit, mate. I'll do it my way, right? And their way is normally the fucking best way because they've got fucking 20 years underneath their fucking belt and they'll fucking build it where it is fucking bomb-proof. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, most engineers are fucking absolutely amazing fabricators. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you can't fucking whinge, like, you know, when it comes to an engineer. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, you can't exactly like slag off either the fucking military either because, like, you know, if it weren't for them, then we'd be up fucking shit creek now. Do you know what I mean? And we'd probably be in a third world war ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Because fucking Boris the cunt, all right, is fucking trying to fucking help out the Ukrainians out at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, put it like this: you've met the incompetence of the police, yeah.
Of course, that mate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know,
you don't have to
police are not that far removed from military, right? So I know that, you know, I know what you're saying. Like, oh, we need them. But when it actually comes down to it, I don't think they're always the brightest, you know, the brightest and the smartest, you know. They're just, a lot of people, you know, join the military because they're like, oh, patriotism, and they don't understand even what's going on in these wars. So they're just like, I'll do whatever you tell me. I don't care. Oh, kill children? Yeah. Are they horrible? Are they alien monsters? I'll kill them. I don't care if they look like no babies. You know, they're just like brainwashed. They'll do anything they're told to do a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it would take a lot for militaries to stand up and go, hey, hang on a minute, we're not doing this shit. You know, these people run into battle and want to kill people. They want to kill people. But then they moan then that their mate's being killed. But they want to kill other people. You know, I do not have any sympathy, I'm sorry, with somebody who says, well, I was serving my country and my leg's been blown off. And it's like, well, you wanted that, mate. No, I never wanted that. No, but you wanted somebody else to have their leg blown off, though, didn't you? Arms, legs, heads, children. You wanted them to have you wanted them to like rain down destruction on them, but now you've lost your leg. And oh, my leg. It's like, mate, you deserve it.
The thing is, right? When
give it out, get it back.
When you sign up, right, you're signing up, right, to give your life away. And that's it. That's all you're signing for. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so what? You can run fucking 15k, 20k, right, with a fucking 40, 50 kilo bag on your back. And what? That don't fucking prove nothing, mate. A little fucking lead bullet ain't gonna fucking stop that, mate. I don't care how fucking fast you run, yeah? Right, once that fucking bullet goes in, yeah, it's fucking exiting out the other end. If you got a sniper half a mile away, right, you're fucking gone. It's game over. You're dead. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I don't fuck around with shit like that, right? Someone pulls a gun out of me, yeah, within the first 10 seconds, you're going to know if you're going to either be fucking shot or if you're going to get stabbed within the first 10 seconds. Because if they're that fucking crazy, they're going to fucking do it. And if they don't do it within 10 seconds, right, it's game over, right? Because they fucking shit themselves. And that's the way we got taught when we were doing in close protection. Yeah. You've got 10 seconds. You either fucking disarm them, you hurt them, and that's it. And you cuff them, and then you throw them in the back of the van. Done. Simple. Do you know what I mean? But we were told that's what we had to do. But they were like cable ties. Yeah.
Go on, I'll listen. I just got to go and do something.
And that was harsh. You know, it was very fucking weird. Like, you know, you said a lot of the time you never had a firearm on you. It was just fucking just get on with it. Like, you know, you literally just grabbed whoever it was you were protecting and fucking get on with it. Like, you know, and it was hard. It was hard work. You know, you'd go home, you wouldn't even fucking think about it until you actually finished. Do you know what I mean? And you'd go, fuck me, and I could have died. Do you know what I mean? It's like, shit, man. It's like, you know, and it does it. It scares the fucking life out of you. But things you do to keep your fucking roof over your head, do you know what I mean? And I can't whinge about it, you know. It's made me who I am now, do you know what I mean? I think that's why I'm like the way I am, that I just do not give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? It's like, right, we're going. No, right, I'm seeing. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like,
yeah. I'm just gonna go and get a drink. Back in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm going back and forth to the toilet quite a bit because I've had one of my kidney stones was on the move. It's been painful the last couple of days, and I went and had a pee, and I was peeing, and I felt it's like you feel it move. It sort of like it went thunk inside me. So it's like peeing. It was like pain. I was like, oh yeah, a bit of pain. It's like, and all of a sudden it was like thunk. Something moved and went like stopped, dump like that, and it was like so. I know it's on the move. On the move. It's not hurting. No, it's not hurting now. It's moved, you know. So, but yeah, that's why I'm back before the toilet a bit because it's catching me out a bit short. So,
you're still getting a lot of pain with it.
No. I did have a bit of pain the last couple of days, and I did have little wincy pains when I was up in Wales, but it's moved now, and now I haven't got any pain. But I think it might move to somewhere where it'll cause pain again in the next few days because it's got to get out. And I haven't felt it come out. And you normally know when they're coming out because when something that is like a spiky, pointy metal, not metal. It's, you imagine a spiky little piece of barbed shit coming out of your, it hurts.
I bet you're on the verge of like passing out with it, aren't you?
I have done in the past. Like I think when those went in and blocked my ureters up inside from the kidneys. When they went in there, initially I was doubled over, like nearly crying. I was like, oh shit, and I got a fairly good threshold for pain, but oh boy, and it was like half an hour, and then all of a sudden, it just went. It was like bang, just went. So yeah, and it must have moved into a position like turned, so it wasn't spiking my insides anymore. It turned, and then that's where it lived. Then it just stayed there until I had the operations. That was painful, but I felt it like whoosh coming on. So I just hope that one's moved now. Anyway, yeah, it's like peeing a piece of gravel. Well, gravel would be all right. It's gravel which has got spikes on the outside of it. Yeah.
Sod that, man.
Yeah, it grows like spikes. You know, some kidney stones, which are not the ones I have, are like smooth, like a little pebble, a smooth pebble.
Oh yeah.
No, I've got the ones that grow spikes. Yeah, that's the type I got. It's like pissing out. What's the best way? Like a barb. I tell you what, the best way. It's not the same size, but you know a conker.
Yeah.
It comes with all those spikes growing out of it. Imagine a miniaturized conker with all the spikes growing out of it. That's what a kidney stone could be like. It don't want to go through you because it's sticking onto the sides of the pipes it's going through. It's jammed in there, like, you know, and you're forcing it, but peeing, and sometimes it'll sort of and get down into your bladder, but then it's got to get out your bladder, and when it gets out your bladder, then it's got to go along your. So yeah, it's all good fun. Yeah. Did they analyze the composition of my stones? They did. Yeah, they did.
I'm glad it's you, not me.
Uric acid stones I got. And they're like calcium. If you grab them, you can actually squeeze them. You can squeeze them and rub them back into powder. You know, they're quite strong, but you can literally break them down. But your body's not doing that. It's not. Your body's not doing it. It's just like your body. Yeah. Well, anyway, you get the idea. It's like any tube inside you is going to cushion it. It's gonna go down. It's gonna cushion it and drag on the way down. You know. Vitamin K2. No, they haven't. They just said drink lots of water. That was their advice. Just drink loads of water, and then it doesn't become a problem.
It helps. You don't have to do their job. That's what that is. They're like, oh yeah, drink loads of water. You'll piss it out eventually. That'll save us a couple of hours in.
Hello, history hunter from down under. I'm presuming from
there we are.
down under.
Punches couches. His cat gets calcite crystals, which is smooth, and struvite that are sharp. Yeah, because I mean, you know, you have a look at the way crystals form, and crystals are like shards. They're like little splintery. You know, they're almost like knives. You know, like like a star. You know, of knives. Anyway, there we are. It's good though. I mean, I think these are the ones now. The last operation I got to have is the ones that are in my kidneys now. And I think one just moved off and was trying to work its way down. And that's what I think I was feeling. And now it's moved somewhere, but where, I don't know. But it's on the move. Yeah. Drink more water. Well, they're already in me, see? So, I mean, the thing is, until I get rid of these, I can drink loads of water, but they're attached to my kidneys. They're hanging on, you know, and then they grow because they're hanging on. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because things attach to them. So I could drink loads of water, but what you got to do is not have them in the first place. Drinking lots of water so they never start. Well, these have already started, so now they're crystallizing and they're only going to get bigger. And it might be that a piece of it broke off or all of it broke off, but whatever's left there hanging on, the little bit that's left hanging on is the seed to grow a new one. You know, so it's like unless they completely clean you out, you know, drinking loads of water, they're going to attach onto the little bits to the left. You know, yeah. Cheers for the paranoia. Well, no, it's just life, innit? I mean, some people get arthritis. I'm lucky. To be honest, I'm lucky I had this. You know, I could have something that was really horrible. I mean, at least I can walk around and do things, and you know,
you are lucky. Like really,
very true, right? Very true.
But I mean, I could have joined the military and had my legs blown off, and then you'd have nothing but me fucking moaning on you, then, wouldn't you? You know. You know, like, I thought I had a divine right to go killing other people. Why have I lost my leg?
Why? Yeah. Tell me why.
Yeah. Why have I paralyzed from the top down? It's not fair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was your choice, my friend. So.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I will always be polite with people who join the military, but I'm always thinking, like, why? In the back of my head, I can't help it. You know, I know some really nice people who like in the military, but I'm just kind of like, really, is this the best you could do? Like with your life, is going in here to be ordered about by a bunch of arseholes above you? Like, wow. Oh God.
It's madness,
You
isn't
know.
it?
You know. And it's a bit like the civil service. It's like it's not the real world. You know, it isn't the real world.
Oh,
It's
I'll never do that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think my record will let me know.
No, you'd be all right in the SAS probably. Like if you could be
Yeah.
like Psycho Brigade, you'd be
Yeah.
all right because like, you know, get you wound up and like you'd be like, right, give me a gun, I'll fucking jump, fucking get him, and he's just like go
Oh, mate,
crazy.
you want to see the
Taffy would be
military
good.
knife that I've got there? Like, it's a
Yeah.
fucking US Army knife, like proper fucking.
Oh, was that the one
proper
you shave your legs
fucking-
with?
Yeah, man. I was actually gonna shave my beard with it, like, and just to prove a point that I could shave, like, and I was gonna record it, and I thought, fuck, imagine me just slicing my face with that.
We've got 156 people watching now.
The fuck?
Yeah. But you know,
Thank you, guys.
I respect people. I just don't respect the military. You know, because of what it represents and the fact that it, you know, it expects the people who are involved in it to just make blind decisions based on like loyalty rather than their own sort of cognizance. That I don't agree with.
Mm.
That's why a lot of people in the military becoming committing suicide because they know what they were part of was bullshit, and if they didn't know it at the time, they do know it when they come back.
And that's why they
And
go fucking dual alley when they come out.
They go crazy and
Yeah.
they can't handle
It happens.
normal life in society, and they can't handle it because
Which is sad.
you know,
It really is.
and then they end up killing themselves because it's like you think the whole
it
world
Yeah.
is a fallacy, don't you? You come out of the military and like you've killed a load of people, you've got that on your mind, and then the military don't want to know you anymore. They just like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, and it's like they might send you on a course every 6 months, like for your mental well-being or something, but that's not going to help you, is it really? And then it's
right.
they're just like, go on, fuck off. You're not in the military anymore. Fuck off. They're like that.
Well, this is it. It's like I think that like special forces or Marines or something that's really fucking like they've like taken 2 years to build you up before they let you out on the field, like and they really fucking break you down, and it gets to the point, I've seen a few videos, like where friends have like, been, in there and, and I've spoke with my mate, and he's still, he's done like, I think he's done 6 tours of Afghan now. Do you know what I mean? He's done quite a few, and he said some of the things you see, he said you're walking down the fucking street and then all of a fucking sudden you get like a 12-year-old just firing out with like an AK-47, he said, you've got to choose, it's either you or them. And he said, you've got to just shoot them. He said, it's fucking game over, and it's fucking awful. And it's, some of the stories he said, and it's like, wow, that's like proper fucked up shit, and then he just sits in now, he has a pint, and he's just laughing. I was like, how'd you do it? He goes, well, just don't think about it, just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, fucking hell, it's like, but that's something that I could do, because I'll just feel like, all right, sound, whatever, you're there, you do your job, and you fucking go back, you eat, you have a fucking wash, you go to fucking bed, like, same thing tomorrow, innit?
I mean, somebody I knew, he's told me like he's a nice old chap, like, and we used to swap software years ago when I was a kid, like, and of course you get talking like, what have you done in your life, and he was like, oh, well, I was in the army, I was like, oh really? Oh yeah. It's like, where were you then? He was like, oh, where was it now? I can't. It might come to me where he was, but if you know army shit, you'll know what I'm just about to say because you'll know where I'm talking about, right? And anyway, they were the Gurkhas, and they were out in this place, Burma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darren, yeah, course, right.
Yeah. And this guy said to me, he had been laughing and chatting and playing cards with some of his mates, and then they all had to go off and do their thing. And later on that day, he saw a few of his friends' heads were on sticks. Like literally, their heads chopped off on stakes, stuck in the ground. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the reality of war. That's what you're signing up for. That's why I don't understand it. It's like, Now, he seems to be, a nice guy and able to deal with it. Not everybody can. Not everybody can
No,
deal with that. Like, some people can put it away, they can compartmentalize it, but not everyone can do that. And it's
it's
going
got to be
fuck
horrible
you up.
because, like, you've literally got to switch off, but you've
Mm.
got to be able to sort of just be like, like at half a second, you've got to be able to fucking pull a trigger, like, and it's got to be horrible to being in that situation to,
Yeah,
it's either life or death, innit? It's got to be horrible. Surely, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think I would want to ever be in that sort of situation. Do you know what I mean? But if it comes to it, it's, it's got to be one of those things. Like Darren said just a bit higher up, he said you've got to get permission before you use a weapon. That's absolutely fucking true. Like, but when you're on the field and you've got your sergeant or your colour sergeant or, whoever else that's well above you, and you're radioing through, surely it's like you don't fucking need permission to pull the fucking trigger if you're being shot at. Do you know what I mean? It's like the beginning of the shift, you're going to be fucking briefed, and then at the end of the shift, you're going to get debriefed. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you can prove, your why you did it, that's fine, but and that just comes down, is it? I don't know. What would you put it down to? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I got shot at, I shot back. Do you know what I mean? You can't, do you know what I mean? It's not a preemptive strike because you're not fighting. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're being, sort of like, if you're in, Afghan or wherever, and you've got, Palestine or whoever it is that's fucking open fire. Do you know what I mean? What do you do? Hang on a minute, just get some fucking help. Hang on, I'll just radio through. Can I fire back? Doesn't work like that, mate. I'm sorry, it really doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It's you're getting fired at, and it's you in the team, or it's fucking horrendous. Like,
It's
so,
funny, Dinkum Aussie says Russia was saying that the civilian bodies in the streets were bullshit propaganda. Well, I don't know, because I mean, like, Russia, you're welcome to show all the dead bodies of the Ukrainians you've killed if you want to push the propaganda back the other way and go, look how we're winning. Look how we're winning in Ukraine. But we're not getting that message, are we? We're getting a lot of Ukraine showing how they're kicking your ass, Russia. So, yeah, are Russians doing naughty things they shouldn't be doing there? I would say probably a lot more than we even know.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I watched this film
Yeah.
the other day, right? I can't remember the name of it, right? And basically, it was like, it fast forward to like, 2044, whatever it was, like, and we were in like a third world war, right? And literally there was like, whoever it was that was in charge, right, was just like, they put this guy in a container and they were like, oh, who's your who do you follow and all this, and they were literally torturing the fuck out of him, right? But head of the army didn't have a fucking clue what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? He caught what, 10 lads in the fucking, in one of the tanks, just having a fucking big fat joint, like, and it was just like fucking hell. But you could see that in the army, you could see that happening. Do you know what I mean? These days, so are they just sort of like going, well, this is what's happening, and do we know if it's going to happen or not? It's just one of those things, isn't it? But they're not getting drug tests every 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't afford to do a drug test every 2 minutes, but they can afford £10 billion for a new weapons or fucking weapons of mass destruction or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? So it's fucking, like you said before, that, the army don't fucking like spending money, but British Telecoms will fucking, they'll spend all their money on doing this, and this, and they're saying the skin like. So it's all the fucking same, innit? Same fucking boat.
My stepbrother's in the army, and he was telling me every time they fire it, like on the firing range, every time they fire a shell, there's 30 grand. 30 grand each. It's like, fuck me. All right. What? So yeah, just shows you how much money they have just to throw away while they're practicing.
The thing is, they've got to learn, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, wow, 30 grand each just to fire a shell.
They do have a lot. Apparently, they do have a lot of systems whereby they don't actually fire. You know, they've got they do things where they simulate firing, and it tells you whether you hit. You know, like tells you whether you were accurate and all that. But then eventually they have to give them some real training, and they are a bit tight because it's quite expensive. You know, they are a bit tight. They don't go 100. Go on. It's like, right, you practice. Years one. Now you try a real one. Right, practice. Now you try a real one. There's like a lot of practice. Fake rounds before you get given a real round, you know, and stuff like that. But
when I was in cadets, right, which is years ago, right, we had this thing called a cadet GP, right, which was a general purpose fucking semi-automatic rifle, right, and the fucking kick off them, was fucking unreal. Do you know what I mean? You'd sit there and just like bang, bang, bang. It's like, wow, what the fuck? Your shoulder by the end of it, was fucked. If you didn't have it in properly, you'd have to really fucking lean into it, like, you know. And the kick off it was unreal. I'd come back with bruises on my shoulders, you know. And then you were thinking, oh, maybe I'll put it on my left shoulder this time because it won't hurt half as much. Then you couldn't hold the rifle properly. Do you know what I mean? It was like, so literally you just had to fucking literally lean into it and just take a fucking shot. And I remember, right, going to one of the summer camps, and they went, right, dismantle it, put it back together. So you'd be on this table, you'd like, you know, you'd do it, you know, take it all apart, you'd clean it all, and they say, right, now do it blindfolded. It's like you're touching and you're going, right, what's that? And at first it was really hard. It would take you like half an hour to put it together. In the end, you'd get it down to like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like you were like feeling around for what part goes where, and you know, it was just really weird, like, you know, how they'd like train it. But I wouldn't want to see what the actual army would do if that was just in cadets. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so it does, they give you like some sort of like, you know, like a taster, don't they? It's like, well, this is what they do, but, you know, obviously it's not, do you know what I mean? But, you know, what do they do? How do they train? Do you know what I mean? It is fucking hard work, you know, I'm not going to lie, but I
wouldn't want to do it. I mean,
I don't think I would either. You know, I'd say, do you know what, right? Let's go now. Let's pack my stuff and let's go. I'd probably be the first one out, but would I actually do it? I don't know, because it's fucked up. Like, you know, it's like, you know, I want to watch my little girl grow up, but at the same time, it's, you know, you got to leave your family, but at the same time, you're protecting them. Do you know what I mean? So it's, you know, which way do you do it? Are you going to do it or are you not? Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things, isn't it?
I mean, like, you know, most of it really involves learning some basic do's and don'ts, right? And the rest of it is all physical fitness. I mean, it's like 90% of it is like, can you lift a massive weight and take it across like frozen fields for 3 days with no food? You know, it's like, how much can we push you to the limit, you know, to see whether you can cope? I mean, that's not easy. I mean, I respect the grueling torture that people have to go through to be in that sphere. That's not easy at all. But what I don't respect is why. You know,
I think, do you know what it is, right? When you're so young, right, your mum and your dad would always, like, you know, they'd always say to you, wouldn't they? Oh, you know, do something with your life, you know. And it's like, right, be a barrister, be a doctor, you know, do this, do that, right? And then some kids are going, well, I'm going to go in the army, you know, because people will, you know, will thank me when I'm walking down the road, you know, thank you so much for your service, thank you for this, thank you for that. So I think it's not why people do it, but I think it's more the fact that people get drawn to it. Do you know what I mean? And it's more like, well, it's more respect than it is anything else. Do you know what I mean?
because the pay is shit, the conditions are shit.
I think they're on about 35
they treat you like shit.
Like 40 grand a year, something like that.
Oh God, and I mean, you're lucky if you get get taken care of. Yeah, you get lucky if you get taken care of. I mean, there's something crazy. I mean, like Russia's does the same now. They say like anyone who dies during the war will give you £20,000, like for the loss of your partner. You know, for 20,000, that's yeah, there you go, right? And you know what? In Russia, they're hated for it, right? I mean, it's not the same in the UK. I mean, they probably only get like 30,000 if you die. You know what I mean? It's not enough to like. It's not enough to pay the bills, is it? You know, like the loss of your partner if you're, you know, somebody dies. But like in Russia, all the people who are getting paid out because they're actually dying in Ukraine, they get their £20,000 and everyone hates them. Do you know why? Because in Russia, everyone's on the same shitty money. So if you get £20,000, they hate you because they're all jealous of you. They're jealous because you had somebody die.
It's madness, like it really is. It's like,
you
know, they always say, don't they? Oh, you know, we'll give them a military send off. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll pay for that. But it's like, it doesn't matter if it cost them £1,000 or £10,000, whatever it is, to send them off through the military. That kind of money is still not going to bring that you know, their father or their mother back, or you know, their auntie or uncle, or you know, grandparents, whichever. And I generally don't think it's nice, you know. And it's like, you know, where were they? Oh, so they were over here and they were doing this, and they got ambushed. Well, were they not trained for that? Yeah. So why did they get ambushed then? Do you know what I mean? They haven't got a fucking clue. Do you know what I mean? They weren't out on the field at the time. They're on one side of the world, and your son, your daughter, your fucking mum, dad, auntie, uncle, fucking whoever's down the fucking other side of the world, and they're getting their fucking arms and legs blown off for the fucking sheer luck. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, well, we give them training, so it's their fault. They'll never ever say, you know, take the hit on it and say, well, no, actually, we were in the wrong because we didn't train them properly. They're just like, well, it's their fault. They were in the situation. They should have dealt with it. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. Fuck it. We'll just give you a military send-off. And that's it. Then you've forgotten about the following day. You're just a fucking number. Do you know what I mean? So it's fucking, it's wrong, mate. It is. It's in many fucking ways, right? It is wrong, yeah. You know, and it's like, I generally, if my daughter ever said to me, Dad, I want to go in the army, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, babe, please don't. I'll pay you not to go. Do you know what I mean? Not because I'm being harsh, do you know what I mean? Or because she wants to follow her, you know, fucking career or whatever she wants to do. I don't think I'd ever let her go. Do you know what I mean? As cruel as I'd rather be a police officer, and I fucking hate the police. Do you know what I mean? As cruel as that is, I'd rather be a police officer than go in the army, and I fucking hate the police.
Yeah, I mean, well, Darren was his mum and dad met in the army, and they said to us, if you're not good, you're going in the army. So basically, that was their threat, was like, you know, that's what will happen to you. You know, you'll end up like that. But the thing is, everyone I've ever met whose parents were in the forces, right, has been screwed up, right? They're all screwed up because they never get to settle down and make proper friends, because they moved to Germany and then they moved to this country and then back and different, and then they're placed in north of the country and then in the south of the country, and jim, and you have to move. You've got to move. You've got to keep moving. And the kids are like, it really screws the kids up, you know. And there we are. Sab the Seeker says some of us were born in the army. There we are, you know. And there we are. He moved around a bit as a kid, you know. But the thing is, it's like, well, here we are. You tell us then, you know, did it kind of screw with you? Because I know it's actually really caused some major psychological problems to some people. And I'm not saying you, Sab. What I'm saying is, was it not entirely, let's put it like this politely, was it not entirely a good time? Would you rather have not had to go through that moving shit all the time? But you had no choice, did you? Anyway, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get a beer, but I'll listen to what you say now.
Yeah. Just 1 second. Thank you, Daniel, for your donation. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, my friend. Every little helps.
Oh, yeah. Why do I hate the police? Well, put it this way, right? When you want the police, they're nowhere to be fucking seen, right? And when you don't want them, right, they're there. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, you could ring them now and say, sorry, I'm being raped. And they're just like, yeah, I'll be there in an hour. They couldn't give a fuck. They're awful. right? They have to prioritize their calls, which is really fucking annoying. Do you know what I mean? There's not enough police force. Do you know what I mean? But there you go. Hey, Sub the Seeker, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're good, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel, for your donation, mate. Appreciate that. That was done through PayPal, and I get 100% of it. So,
oh mate, bargain. Send more. Send money now.
it was £5. Thank you very much for your £5
mate,
donation.
it doesn't matter if it's 5 pence, mate, or 500 quid, mate.
I've said that.
A fucking donation, yeah, it's a donation, yeah.
And we appreciate it. We do. We
It's
appreciate
very
it.
appreciated.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for everyone who's come over tonight. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you for the new subscribers as well. I'm not far off 1.8k, so keep going, guys. Smash the subscribe button and go and check Mr. Taffy out as well.
The highly unsavory, coward, bullies, thieves, and professionals rapists. Is that enough for you? Mate, I just fucking hate them anyway. Like I said, when you want them, they're nowhere to be seen. And
when you don't need them, they're there while we're exploring.
And that's it. That's it. Plain and simple. Not because, like, 1% of them are absolute cunts and it makes the other 99%.
No, some of them are all right, to be fair.
No, some of them. We've had some fantastic fucking police, right? We've had an absolute laugh, Do you know what I mean? With some of them. Do you know what I mean? I can't
Still don't trust them, but
I tell you not, you get that one joke of a copper that just fucking goes, "Wow, my job's worth me, man," and then just it makes the rest of them look cunts.
If nobody's experienced problems with the police, they're not going to understand what we're talking about, right? And the thing is, you see all these programs on television which are all about how the public are the bad people and how the police are there to sort out the problems. Very rarely do you see a program that goes, "No, we're going to go on a 20 episode explore of why the police are wankers every week." You don't see that, do you? Yeah, you don't see that. But the trouble is, right, the police lie on a daily basis. They make up information, they make up evidence, they lose evidence, they lose body cam footage, which is like they lost from mine, recently. Yeah, they lie. Yeah, and. If you haven't experienced it, you wouldn't believe it. But when you've experienced it, you become a member of a very special club. And there's a lot of people who know, unfortunately, just how fucking shit the police can be, right?
Oh, yeah. The only good system that we've got now, right, in this whole fucking world, is a sound system, mate. That is it. Every other system is fucked up, mate. Like, really fucked up, right? And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, you want to play your tunes, that's cool, right? You get fucking really good quality fucking music, right? I tell you what, as soon as the police are involved or anything like that, it's fucked up shit, mate. It really is fucked up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dinkum. Cheers, buddy, for your donation, mate. Sorry, guys.
I mean, I've had the police lie about me numerous times. And I've learned it don't matter. You go into court, 2 police against 1 normal person. Whatever those police said happened.
Oh yeah.
You cannot fight it. You can't fight it. You try to fight it, and they'll pin you down even harder. Because I went into court for not wearing a safety belt, and these were wankers who were following me from Rudlow Manor, right? And then I pulled up in a garage, and I was sitting on my bonnet waiting for them, and they just came up and they went, "Who are you?" And I said, "You know who I am." "No, I don't." I said, "Well, you've been following me since fucking like Bath. So what the fuck? You don't know who I am then?" And he's like, "No, what's your name?" And I said, "Look, what the fuck? What's going on?" Anyway, by the time this had all been like brought out, they had managed to say that they were not from Bath and they were from somewhere else. And the reason they had me was because I wasn't wearing a safety belt. And I rode directly in front of them and they could see I didn't have a safety belt on. So they definitely knew 1,000,000% I didn't have a safety belt on. So I fought it, lost. Took it to the High Court, lost my license for 6 months for a safety belt. Yeah.
Jesus.
That was their way of saying, we fucking set the rules and we will make you do whatever we fucking say. And if we say fuck you it is. Yeah. And that's the problem. People have never experienced that. You don't know what I'm talking about. If you've experienced it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, Top Buzz 1976 said mental health team lies at times, not just the old bill. Do you know what? I would really like to agree with you on that, right? I've worked in the mental health. I'm actually under the mental health. And I'm actually going to disagree with you on that, because all they've got is your health, right? You know, and that's all they think about. Now, I've worked with some amazing fucking mental health teams over the years. Do you know what I mean? And they are fantastic, right? I got sectioned, right? They were absolutely fucking fantastic with me, right? And all they want to do, right, is they want to get you better and they want to move you out so they can move the next one in. And that's it, right? They don't want you there any fucking longer than you need to be. Yeah.
Very true.
Right. I was there, right? In fact, right, I shared it on my Facebook, right? I think it was about 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago, right? And I was actually in hospital for 2 weeks,
Excuse me.
being sectioned, right, in one of the local hospitals here, right? And I tell you what, right, it was one of the best times of my life, because I knew, yeah, that I wasn't going to be feeling shit. I knew I wasn't going to feel like I wanted to go and kill myself. I didn't want to waste resources. Yeah. The doctors have already got enough fucking shit going on with their life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They don't need to deal, yeah, with people. Do you know what I mean? That, like, I go selfish, right? And I'll be open-minded on that. I can be very, very selfish, right? Because I just go, fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. Right. But that's not because I am selfish. Because in my mind, not only am I fighting fucking other voices in my head, not only am I trying to fight what I'm going through or what I've been through in my past, right? I have a lot of fucking shit going on with the mental health. Do you know what I mean? And Secret Vault's been there, right? Brady's been there for me. A few people that have been in the chat, right? They know what I've gone through, right? Because I rang it. Well, I sent him a voice message one day. I was like, "All right, Vault, where are you, mate?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm at home." I was like, "Oh yeah, we're going down Portsmouth, we are." I was like, "Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll be there soon." He was like, "What?" I said, "Oh, I'm in Derby. I'll go and get on the train now. I'll come down." And he was like, "What?" He said, "Are you fucking nuts?" I was like, "I don't give a fuck." I said, "I'll just come down." And he was like, "Taff, you can't do that." He said, "Where are you going to stay? What are you going to do? Like, you haven't even got anything with you." I was like, "Oh, I'll figure that out when I get there." And he was like, "Oh, just go home." Like, and that's what it was, wasn't it? I went to my sister's for a few hours, didn't I? And I was just like, I was fucking having a bit of a meltdown, like, you know. And that wasn't like good, you know, because I literally could have ended up anywhere at that point. Do you know what I mean?
And I knew your state of mind was putting you in like I'm on a mission mode, but it wouldn't have helped you.
No, that's
overall.
I was
because you would have had to have got back, which would have made it a lot worse. You know what I mean?
Well, I was in destruction mode, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't care if I hurt myself or if I put others in danger, right? Which was not very good. You know, like now at least, like, you know, I get a phone call, you know, like the other week, you know, like, you know, rang me up, didn't you? How you doing, buddy? You okay? I was like, yeah, cool, yeah. You know, and I get those messages, you know, I get the voice messages and stuff like that saying, you know, Taff, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling good, mate. You know, I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm fully medicated. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, so we're getting there. Do you know what I mean? It's all fucking good, like, you know. But
he's on the legal stuff, folks.
Yeah, legal stuff, guys. Anyone wants to know, I'm on quiatapine. So if you want to go and have a little Google at that, go and fucking Google that shit, mate, and you'll wonder why I sleep like a log.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we crush them.
Chop them up. Yeah. Chop them up.
Oh yeah, well, enough to go round. Woohoo! Yeah.
The thing I've noticed with yourself, Taff, and I mean, I'm not going to speak out of turn, I don't think, yeah, but you, I believe, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. This is how I perceive you, and this is why I get a bit worried sometimes, right? Is after you've had a good couple of days explore or a good explore,
I summit.
You crash because you've had such a good time.
Yeah.
your body or your brain can't accept that now things are going to go back to normal. You want to keep
I have
on
to keep going and going
having
and going.
that,
You do.
and
That is very fucking true.
and that's why I've said to you in the past, when you want to do something else and do something else, I'm like, yeah, that's fair enough, but you're going to crash even harder then if you keep the crash is going to be even harder.
No, you're absolutely right. But do you know, right? That right is part of my borderline personality disorder. Yeah, right. Because I have past trauma that I have to get over. Right. So I've come over that mountain, right, and I'm right at the top now where I can accept it, right. And I've actually accepted that now, right? So I've got this week now, which is Friday. When's Friday? Friday. Today, right? So I've got one more meeting today at 1 o'clock, right? With my mental health. But I'm not just through the NHS I have the Skype talk with, right? I am through private as well. And I've done 13 weeks now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I've done really fucking well to get this far, right? And you know what, right? Do I feel amazing for it? Absolutely. The first month, yeah, I was having cold shivers, right? I was sitting there, cold sweats. I was crying all night. I was crying myself to sleep because I had to talk about what had gone on in my past. Do you know what I mean? But if I didn't talk about them, how could I get over it?
Exactly.
Right. So, you know, I don't get me wrong, it hurts. It really does hurt. But, you know, my dad messaged me the other day. Right.
God.
And he was going, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking do that. You're a fucking cunt." And I was like, "Shut up, you fucking crackhead. Fuck off out of my life." I swear to God, I'll send you the messages. I swear fucking down. My own father was telling me, "I hope you die. I can't wait for you to die," and shit. Right? And I was like, "Mate, I'm fucking better than you. Get the fuck out of my life." Do you know what I mean?
But your dad's had a little bit of a history of mental problems himself, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. In fact, right, because of his.
So he's trying to bring you down to his level because he's not having a good time. So he's trying to take it out on fucking people around him.
Yeah, so the drink and the drugs are fucking him up. And do you know what, right? And this is the God's honest truth. My father, right, was a patient in the local hospital in North Wales Hospital in Denbigh Mental, right? And that is how I got into exploring because I wanted to know why he was in there. I asked 1,000,001 questions and I was like, right, I'm going to go up there. So off I went with a little torch, with my phone and carried on. Do you know what I mean? Spent hours and hours and hours up there. And I was like, I wonder what room my dad was in. Fucking hell, it's a shame he didn't die in it. You know, like, you know, joking around, like, you know. But, and that's how I got into exploring. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so, all right, I am talking about mental health. And I think it's good that people can talk about the mental health. Yeah, exactly. But I might not be here tomorrow, right? Do you know what I mean? For whatever reason, yeah? Not that something's going to happen to me, right? But I don't know what's going to happen from hour to hour, never mind day to day. So when Secret Vault says to me, he says, "Oh, yeah, we'll go and do this explore. It's fucking ace." And then I go on a massive downer. He is not fucking wrong, right? Now, you ask Secret Vault last year, right? Or the year before, my bag was around about 50 kilo on every fucking explore. And he was like, "Taff, you're fucking bullying yourself. Why are you fucking doing it? Sort your shit out. Why are you carrying all that weight?" And he was like, "You're bullying yourself. Stop." And I was like, right, okay. I went home, I had a bit of a word with myself, and I was like, right, I fucked up here. People are cotton on now to why I'm doing it. Do you know what I mean?
But I've noticed a steady stabilization in you over time, and I think it's because you've got rid of some negative influences.
Yes.
You know, you don't let your dad bully you. You don't let people around you bully you.
And
it makes it easier. Makes it easier to kind of get over doing an explore and then go back to normality. Because the thing is, you were going back to bullshit. That's what you're going home to. You were going from a good fun experience just to bullshit. And that wasn't easy to deal with. And that's why I was thinking, like, you know. You need to
Like,
have some me time, like, you know, proper me time. When you finish and explore, you need to just chill.
Brady's been sat here, and he's just like, oh, Taff, this is amazing. I love it. Do you know what I mean? We go and put the kettle on. It's like, fuck off. You know where the kettle is. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't say that.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, but I don't mind that, right? And I don't mind, right? Because, like, I know that if I ever need to go anywhere, Joe, at a drop of a hat, as long as Brady's not in work, I know Brady will pick me up and take me to wherever I've got to go, i.e. hospital or, you know, anywhere like that. And I know Brady would probably stay with me as well because that's the sort of person he is, right? And he's a good guy, But, like, you know, it scares the fucking life out of me, and it really did, right? So I would probably say from when I was about 20, 21, and I've just turned 34 now, right? I had a lot of cancerous people in my life. And over those years, right, I've sliced every single bit of that cancerous cells out of me. No one likes to admit they've got cancerous cells on them, right? And no one ever fucking likes it, right? They're like leeches. They suck the life out of you, right? So by the time you do all that, right, and don't get me wrong, right? I've been on live streams going, you're a fucking cunt. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my life. I've screamed down the fucking webcam, right, at people, right? And I've told them that I'm going to fucking rock up to their house and that because they pissed me off that fucking much. I would just want to turn up to the door and just kick the fucking life out of them. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's me that's going to be in the trouble for that. Do you know what I mean? It's me that's going to fucking deal with it. I've got a rap sheet, fuck about 10, it's 5 pages long, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? You think that another one's going to add the fucking difference? Absolutely not. Do you think I give a shit? No, I don't. Do you know what I mean? But I've gone 3 years now with no trouble with the police, apart from Urbex. And I don't treat that, right, the same as me going out. And not that I ever looked for trouble. It always came looking for me. And I was always the one that finished it. Yeah? Right? And that is a fucking big difference to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's fucking crazy. Like, you know, I'm doing well. I love not being in trouble with the police. I get a knock on the door and I don't go, fuck's sake, the fucking police are here again.
Usually me, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Right? I don't get none of that now. I look through the little peephole and I go, oh, fuck's sake, it's my neighbour, you know, and open the door, like, you know. But that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's like
I just walk in.
Living like this. Do you know what I mean? I've done well to get to where I am, right, in my life. And do you know what? I feel fucking fantastic. And if you want to drag me down, good fucking luck to you, because you just get told to piss off. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be moving anytime soon, and I'm going to start a whole new life, and with very, very little people in it. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, some of my exploring friends, right? I don't see them as exploring friends. I see them more as family because they've done more for me than my own family. Like Volt, I always fuck around and I go, oh yeah, you know,
I've not done that much, so his own family must have done a lot less then. Fuck me. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? It's like I fuck around and I'm like, Uncle Matt, how you doing? And he's like, well, you stop fucking saying that. It's not funny. It's like, sorry, Uncle Matt, you know, and I fuck about, right? You know, and it's like, that's just the way it is.
I wouldn't say that to you. I wouldn't say that to
you. Very little in it. It's like, you know, and it's fucking age, like, you know. But, you know, we've had some fantastic fucking explores. We've got some very good memories, right? And some absolutely outstanding memories. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I messaged Paul, I think it was last year, and I was like, hey, dude, have you seen this? And he was like, mate, we can't go and do that. Do you know what I mean? It was like in the middle of a fucking active fucking airport. And I was like, mate, this will be ace. Like, we should definitely go and do this. And he was like, you're off your rocker, mate. I can't go and do that. And I was like, mate, we definitely got to do this. And it was like, and you know, at one point, I think you were thinking about it, weren't you, at one point, to go and do that training aeroplane, wasn't it? Was it Heathrow? And I was like, mate, this is going to be awesome. Like, we're going to well hit every fucking news on this. Like, if we go and do this. And you're like, mate, I'm not doing this. This is too much, even for
That'll
me.
be the end of my Urbex career, probably.
you know. But it's just one of those, you know. It's like, you know, we laugh around and, you know, but I think I'm a bad influence on you, like in some ways, and I think in some situations, I think you're a bad influence on me, and I think that's why we just get on so fucking well. You know, when Brady first started coming out with me, it was like, nah, I'm not doing it, meh, you know, and just started whinging. I'm like, Brady, get your fucking arse in there now. It's like, fine, I'll go. And it's like,
I'm gonna say I am completely different now.
yeah, now it's like, you know, I've broken him in, like properly broken him in, like, you know.
I think we all have a like a whinge. We disassemble each other's
Mm.
ideas, and then we work out what's good
the
about it
best.
and what's going to go wrong, and then we try and kind of like, you know, so we're, but we, you know, I think we're realistic about stuff, you know, and we probably, you know, between us all, we level each other out for what's probably a good idea to do,
Yeah,
because
that's
at the end of the day, none of us want to get arrested,
No,
and we don't want to do things that are going to give us a horrible criminal record for doing reckless things, you know, like involved in Urbex, when you don't have to, because there's loads of other things you could have done as well. Like, you know, I mean, you know, you go on to an airfield and could interfere with, you know, £1,000 a minute's worth of like air disruptions. You know what I mean? Like, and costing like thousands of pounds. You know,
thousands of pounds. It's,
you know, they go after you big time. You know, and the same thing with military bases as well. Same things with those as well. Like, I mean, it's instant arrest, and you will go to court, and you will get done, and you could end up in jail, you know, depending on your background. So you just, there's certain things, you know.
See, and this is
I could do them in a heartbeat. You know, I could do things. People suggest to me, like, you know, go here and do this, but they got to realize, like, I mean, you know, I don't want to end up in a jail cell, so of course I've got to be like, you know, squeaky clean on what we do. You know, and that's why we film everything, because there are people out there that want to fucking screw us over, and there are weird coppers that don't like what we do as well, and they want to screw us and put us in a cell for the night. You know, and it's like, I think I've been fairly polite in the way I've dealt with police, and overall it ends up okay. But it's going through that shit is, I don't need it. You know, none of us need it.
And they're just like, oh, the attempted burglary, or, you know, it's you know, fucking going equipped or fucking whatever. And it's like, how the fuck can you do that with fucking keys, you soft cunt? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I've got fuck all on me. Do you know what I mean? That time that me and Brady ran off from the police, right? The copper come onto the fucking curb, and I ran straight into the side of the fucking van, and I fucking bounced off it because I was running that fast. I was keeping up with fucking Brady at one point. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm just like, fucking hell, 10 yards. I'm fucking peffing out my backside, and I can't be asked doing fuck all. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you, like... Anthony, for your donation, mate. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
I think, you know, it's probably as friends, like, you know, we'll suggest whatever's between the best of us, the best things to do, you know. And it's like, I remember saying to you, and I'm not trying to be sort of like, oh, I told you so and all this, but I remember saying to you a while back, I think it was on a live stream, and I think I was being quite rude in many ways, but I'd seen like what you were going through with crap, and I did say to you, I said, look, if you're going to go and get mental health help, remember that you have to have some space as well. Like, you know, you have to have the space to be able to deal with it. So, and I said, you know, you're not going to get that space with kiddies running around you and people going and continuously, like, and you're giving all of yourself to others, and you need some time for yourself. You know, and I said, you do have to be a bit selfish, you know, in this one.
It was like,
you have to be a bit selfish, like, and say no.
I left my ex-partner, right? And fucking hell, it was the worst time of my life, because it was 2 days before Christmas. I hated Christmas, right? Everyone was going, don't worry, Taff, you know, we'll be here for you. We'll do this, we'll do that, right? But you know what, right? It doesn't matter how many people that are like really kind to me and say they'll be there for me and that. But when it actually comes down to me actually needing them, I could probably count on one hand like how many people were actually there for me. And you know what? It's those people, right? Like Claire, right? I have a lot to thank Claire for, and her husband, right? They come all the way from Oxfordshire, right? All the way up to Wales, just to make sure that I was all right. Who in their right mind would travel 3 hours to make sure someone was all right? That shows to me, yeah, that they're the most amazing people of my life. Do you know what I mean? I fuck about with Claire all the time. I go, come on, Claire, get your boobs out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, Claire can see your knickers. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I fuck around, right? But do you know what, right? I've got such a good bond, right, with her and her husband and her kids, right? They're my family. They're not my friends. They're my family. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how I look at them. Do you know what I mean? I look at Volt as my family. I look at Brady as being my family. And a very few people in the chat. Do you know what I mean? That I'm very close with. Barry Little. Do you know what I mean? He checks on me most days. And he's like, Taff, how you doing? He messaged me before saying, why have you given up? Why are you only dropping this week's video next week's and why you're not dropping anymore? So, because I can't be fucked with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not getting any help. I put all my money into it. I'm skint all the time because I'm going Urbex in. And I just don't feel appreciated. And that's it, plain and simple. So I'm not dropping any more videos, plain and simple, done and dusted. I can't be asked until I feel amazing, I feel good. Do you know what I mean? But I'm getting, 400 or 500 views on a video, which is quite good for a low channel. I'm not saying it's amazing, I'm not saying it's shit, but it's okay. But people whinge to me and they said, oh, 5 o'clock's too early, can you put it to another time? I put a poll up saying, what time is best? Everyone was like, 8 o'clock seems to be a good time. So I put it 8 o'clock. Nobody come into my premieres. No one fucking commented. No one was liking it. And I was just like, well, fuck the lot of you then. If you're going to fucking be like that, fuck off, innit? Do you know what I mean? I was like, I haven't done my channel for you guys. I've done it for my daughter. Do you know what I mean? Just so my daughter can see when she's older, if something ever happened to me with my mental health, that it was somewhere to be recorded and she could see how much of a tit her father was. And that's it. Plain and simple. That is what I set up my channel for. And that was it. Right? Now, I'm not whinging, right, that I've got loads of subscribers or not enough subscribers, right? Because I tell you what, right? I have got my valued subscribers. The ones that are always in every premiere. The ones that sit there in the background that I know that are there, but they never comment, right? And that's okay because I know they're there, right? They message me saying, sorry, I can't comment. I'm a bit busy. I'm in work, right? People like them, right? I fucking value, right? Down to the fucking T, because if it wasn't for them, right, my channel wouldn't be where it is now. So I don't care if I've got 1 subscriber or I've got 1,000 subscribers, right? It's never about how many subscribers I've got. I appreciate it as long as you like, comment, and subscribe, right? And share my shit out. I don't want donations, but if you want to donate, thank you so much, right? And that's what it's always been. I don't want your money. I want your time. Your time means more to me than anything. And like I said earlier on, if I don't wake up in the morning, I want you lot to go, holy shit. Do you remember when Urbex Taffy did that? What a fucking legend. Do you remember when he fucking did that? What a fucking guy. Do you remember when he went into I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here? What a fucking crackpot of a guy. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember? He was the only ballsy person that fucking did that, right? And this is it. Do you think I give a fuck if I don't wake up tomorrow? Absolutely not. I've done everything I've ever wanted to do in my life, and I fucking love it. But you know what? I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to get up. I'm going to make a fucking coffee like I always do. And I'm going to think about going on my fucking mountain bike that I've still not fucking been on, right? But the thought's there, and I fucking laugh about it every fucking day I look at it.
Just do it.
I sit there, right? I go on Facebook for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever I'm doing whilst I'm having a fucking shit, and that's it. I look at my mountain bike and think, oh, fuck it, I should go on that one day. It's probably the best ride of my fucking life. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. And I have a laugh, do you know what I mean, with myself, do you know what I mean? Right? And that's it. 2 days ago, I walked down to the Chernobyl of Wales, right? A fucking rill, right?
Rill.
5 miles there, 5 miles back, right? I don't even know why I fucking did it, but you know what? I fucking enjoyed that, being out, because I don't get out anymore, right? Because I had it stuck in my head that I wasn't allowed out. I wasn't allowed to go and do anything, right? Because it was fucking toxic, right? So when someone says to me, like Brady, right, let's go out. the day before, Brady goes, mate, I'm so sorry, I've been called into work. I have a fucking meltdown. I have a proper fucking meltdown because I get excited. Do you know what I mean? That's not Brady's fault. But that's because I get excited because I go, some cunt's actually willing to spend their fucking time and actually to come and see me and take me out. Do you know what I mean?
I felt a bit bad the other day because I couldn't get to go to London, and I knew you'd probably, in your head you'd kind of prepared, but at least you went to go somewhere else instead. Yeah, although every single Explore he went on was a fucking and Brady went on every single one without fail was a fuck up.
It was
but at least you did it. At least you did it.
Yeah, we got the day. So,
I was that fucking hungover, right? I was like, what the fuck, mate? And Brady's going, Taff, please don't stand on that roof, mate. It's dangerous. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just need to die right now. Do you know what I mean? And we were laughing. I was walking across this burnt fucking roof, like, I was thinking, I can't stand on this. I'm getting vertigo, mate. I was going, fucking hell, what the fuck? I was like, I can't do this. Like,
Kirklees College, yeah.
I literally couldn't fucking do it, like, I think I've got a very good aura around me, right? And I've got some very fucking positive people around me.
I've smelt it.
Oh,
yeah.
mate, that was just
it's the most powerful aura I've ever smelt. I think by far.
This is it.
Mate, it could clear the fucking Albert Hall, that fucker.
Mate,
yeah.
That's because Hitler's got no balls, mate. Right? But it's one of these things, right? It's like, I've taken the negative out of my life, right? I've gained the positive people. I've accepted the help. I've got the help, right? And you know what? I'm probably as happy could ever be. Because everything I've got in my flat, I've bought. I'm not in debt, right? The only thing that I really could do with right now is a fucking car, right? Just so that for my health that I could just throw my bike in the back of the car and just fuck off up to the top of Snowdonia. I want to cycle to the top of Snowdonia at one point, right? And I am going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I don't care how long it takes me, but I am going to do it one day, right? And that's it. And I'm going to be happy that I've done it. I've walked it. I'm going to go back up Snowdonia, right? Because I've asked Claire if she wants to come and do it before I move, because it's like 3 hours drive from hers to here, right? And then however long from here to over there, do you know what I mean? So let's say it's 3 hours, 45 minutes, right? From her house. It's a long fucking way. It takes you 4 hours to walk to the top of Snowdonia, right? 4 hours down, right? And then it's nearly another 4 hours back home. That's 16 hours. That's a long fucking way to do it, do you know what I mean? And you're going to be in agony, do you know what I mean, trying to drive as well. So before I move, do you know what I mean? It's like, I would love to just get in a car. If I had 400-500 quid to buy a fucking car, I would do it now. And I'd just go and buy a little fucking run around. Do you know what I mean? It was just something just to fucking get me the fuck out of this house, right? I'm not asked. Do you know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, it'll help. But I'm not in a major rush for it because I've still got to I've got the money there. Do you know what I mean? I could go and buy it, but then I can't afford to move then. Do you know what I mean? So, I have to prioritize all my stuff.
So you need to do that first, mate.
Do you know what I mean? My prioritizing is one of the most thing, do you know what I mean, ever. And it's one of those things, I can't do everything. Do you know what I mean? So, and this is why I've said to people, look, I can't afford to go out all the time. I've said to Brady's like, don't worry, mate. If I didn't want you to come, I wouldn't fucking take you. Do you know what I mean? He's like, if you haven't got the money, that's fine. I'm not going to pester you for the money, but
I've always said that. I'll take you out anyway. I don't care.
One time, how many times did I not pay you? About 6 times, right? I had over £150 sat on my worktop, right? And I was like, and I left it there because I was like, one day Brady will need it. And I just give it to him. He's like, holy shit, what's that for? I was like, oh, that's for all the times I've been out with you. Do you know what I mean? Because I just kept forgetting to give him the money. I'm fucking shit.
When you've got it, you've got it.
It's always been there. I've always made sure I always pay my way. Do you know what I mean? But when you haven't got it to begin with, it makes you feel like shit. Do you know what I mean?
I'll take you out anyway. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Haunted Coachman, all I'm going to say is he said, good luck finding a working car for £400 these days, right? I won't, maybe I've already said too much in the past, but look, right, you can get cars free. People will give them to you to take them away, right? And sometimes there's nothing really wrong with them. They're just like bored and they want a new car. So, but just take like the old one away. Take it away. Take it. You know. So you can get free cars, right? You can get free cars.
Oh yeah.
And I was a bit of a naughty boy years ago because I have driven around with no MOT, no insurance, and no tax. And I've been stopped, and I've had fines, and I've had points for doing it. Yeah. But I was a bit of a rebel because of some of the bullshit, including, you know, you'll have a 6-month ban for no fucking safety belt. And I just went, do you know what? Fuck the lot of you, right? And I went on a rebel spree, right? And I fucking drove everywhere. No tax, no insurance, no fucking MOT, no fucking anything, right? I kept on changing the cars. So this is how easy it is to get free cars. I kept changing them. Yeah? I kept fucking changing them. And do you know what? Yeah, it cost a lot of money. And I got fined a lot. And I got caught a lot. And I just went straight back and did it again. Yeah? Because I was on a fucking mission. And I'm telling you, right? Don't let anyone stop you doing what you want to fucking do in your life, right? That was my thing. I'm not going to let them fucking stop me doing what I'm going to do. And now I'm legal, MOT, insurance, tax, fucking everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm even like careful about the fucking tires on the car because I've even been fucking done for that. Riding around with bald fucking tires. Yeah. I mean, if there's something in the car world that you can get done for, I've been done for it. Driving around with red diesel, I've been done for it. It's like, yeah, I've been done for it all. I've been done for it fucking all, right? And do you know what? I'm not proud. I'm not proud of it, but I wouldn't change it either. Do you know what? I wouldn't fucking change a thing.
Yeah, but do you know what, right? I think, right, if we didn't go, right, through all these little problems, right, or whatever it is, right, from when we were younger, right, we would not be the person we are now, right? So it's like, I've been through enough shit, right, to last probably 4 or 5 people in a lifetime, right? But do you know what? I'm still sitting here, right, and I'm saying, fuck you lot, right? Not you lot in the chat, but everybody that's ever pissed me off or whatever, right? Because that's just the way I am, right? Because I'm the one that's still smiling. I'm still standing here, and I don't give a fuck. Do you think I give a shit? Do you know what I mean? I'm fucking buzzing. Do you know what I mean? I'm fucking laughing my arse off, right? Big time, right?
Yeah.
And everyone says to me, they're like, oh, you've got an epic way of looking at life. And I'm like, that's because I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like the moment you give a fuck, right, is the moment your life goes upside down. And that's it. So to a degree, you have to go, whoa, stop, right? That's it, right? One day, right, I remember taking so many fucking drugs, right, looking in a mirror and not recognizing myself. That made me turn my life around. I think
I've done that a number of fucking times, mate. Yeah. I'm like demon horns growing out of me, and fucking like I'm thinking like my fucking face is melting, my fucking eyes have turned red, and none of that's really happening. Or maybe it was. I don't know.
It's proper right? Now, fucking hell, I've done some bad shit in my time, right?
Yeah.
But who gives a shit? You don't need to know about it. But you know, it's awful, you know. But I tell you what, I've just turned 34 years old, right? I feel like I'm 64. Do you know what I mean? Right? Because of the amount of shit, I'm that worn out, right? From everything that's gone on over my past life, yeah. I'm worn out. I just want to just sit here now. I'm more than happy to sit in front of my monitors day in, day out, right? I can edit, I can do whatever the fuck I want, I can just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to speak to anyone. If anybody wants me, message me. I'll not message you first. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't like to disturb anyone. I never know if you're going to be in work or if you're busy, if you're driving. What if you want me? You message me. I'll message you back because I'm not arrogant. I'm not rude. Yeah, I'll always be polite until you annoy me, and then you've deserved it. Then so I've been nice all that time, and then you want to come at me and you want to be an absolute cunt. That's fine, right? But don't fucking come crying to me when I'm being an absolute cunt with you because you fucking deserve that. So if you want to be nice, you be nice to me. I'll be nice to you, but don't come crying to me when you're being an arsehole with me because I'm going to rip you a whole new arse. Do you know what I mean? And that's it, plain and simple. You get what you get with me. You see what you see. It's like playing catchphrase. What do you see on the board, son? Ah, give me the next square. Way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's it.
But I think people worry about things in life too much as well. Like they worry about money and they worry about fucking all sorts of things that
Don't even go there,
realistically, as long as you got your health right and you're eating food, everything else
yeah.
you learn. Your body, your brain your body will learn to deal with it. If you can't afford the internet, if you can't afford this, if you can't afford that, you'll find a way around it, and you'll find a way to have a laugh even with no money, right, and nothing. Right, and it doesn't matter, right? Because I mean, I've come from nothing really in many ways. Like, I mean, I lived for 9 months in my car, on top of a hill until suddenly I had an opportunity to go in somewhere, and I had to borrow the money to get that house to go and live in that house, and it was really cheap. It was ridiculously cheap. It was almost like as if, God had given that to me, and I was like, yeah. But the thing is, people were looking out for me because they could see I was living in my car on a hill, and I loved it. And they were saying like, "Oh, but you don't really want to be up there." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm enjoying it. I wake up in the morning, I got this view. You know what I mean? And I got fucking loads of people coming up here, and we were having a chat, some fires, and I don't give a shit. And they're like, "Oh, what about the weather? Though? So how the fuck am my sleeping bag's warm? I wake up warm in the morning. You probably wake up cold. I'm fucking warm." You know what I mean?
But I think the only thing, right, this month that fucked me up, right, but I'm not going to be the only person, right, that's going to, that's ever going to say this, but this month, with all the electric bills and everything else that's gone up, right, I have fucked myself up big time this month.
It's getting expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like
I'm on. Well, we've just gone now into the 8th, right? And normally I've got a lot more electric than what I have, yeah, right?
Yeah,
it is
doubled.
Touch and go. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be touch and go, right? So I'm hoping now I've got enough to get me through, and if I haven't,
if you need anything, just shout. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I am gonna be like, kind of struggling a little bit, but like I'm not bothered, right? I genuinely I'm not bothered. Do you know what I mean? Because like I know that if I really need it, I know I only have to pick up the phone and go, look, this has messed me up a little bit. Like, I've kind of fucked up here. Like, I think it was not last year, the year before. I thought I'd closed my freezer door and I didn't. I literally had a full freezer gone. Do you know what I mean? And that I cried. I cried for about 3 days, even though people were going, Taff, don't worry about it. Here's money, here's money, here's money. And I was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. I was like, can't see you go a whole month with no food. And it's like, right, okay. I'd literally just done a full shop, right? And people were so nice, and they were just like, I don't want the money back because, like, I don't want to see you struggle, You just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you find out who your real friends are. Do you know what I mean? That, and that's it. You go, fuck me, what the fuck? What have I done there? Like, why did I do that? It's because I'm an idiot. It's plain and simple. I have
a slightly more spiritual approach to this kind of money and when things go wrong.
Yeah.
I think I literally think like things go wrong to test me.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And they're there to test me. Right.
Oh,
and how I deal with them is whether or not I'm going to get it good or bad next time. If I fucking melt down, I feel, well, I'm going to get it worse next time. Yeah, you're having it worse because you haven't learned. Yeah. So when I run out of money, I literally go, that's all right then. Well, I'm staying in now. I'm staying in. And something will come. I know something will come. I just say something will come. I'm not going to think about it. And fucking stuff does. Like stuff just fucking goes bang, 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 bang. And next thing you know, fucking there's money coming out of fucking people going, oh, by the way, or just fucking money coming out. And it's like, so I've learned over the years to not give a fuck and literally trust the universe to try to take care of things and take care of me. And I know people are going to go, "Ask bollocks." It's not. It's not for me. It might be for you. It ain't for me. It's not bollocks at all. You just gotta fucking stop worrying. Stop worrying about fucking bullshit that you can't control, and then just let the universe take care of it.
This is it. This is it, right? Because like, I'm like, I don't like I said earlier on, right? I do not rely on my subscribers to donate, right? And I don't, right, on anything, right? And I don't. I'm never unappreciated, right? Because I appreciate every single donation that ever comes through, whether it's a penny or a pound or a tenner, whatever.
Oh yeah,
right. I appreciate every single penny, right, that anyone has ever donated. Yeah, like we were out on Sunday, right, and I said, "Sorry guys, I can't come for food because I've put all my money away, right, so that I can move, right, because I have to prioritize, right. I wasn't expecting to go out for food, yeah, right." Matt goes to me, he goes, "Look, I don't care how much food is, right? You order whatever you want, yeah? And I don't want the money back, that's fine." And I was like, "Matt, I can't do that, mate, you know." And he was like, "You're eating, shut up, just get food." And that was it. That's the sort of person he is, right? He's like, "It's only a couple of quid."
Yeah, but it is only a couple of quid, like, and the thing is, you stressing over it is worse than me just buying it for you. You know, it's like fucking worrying about it. Worrying about it is worse than just get it. Like, it's just fucking nothing.
Yeah,
you know, just get it.
And it's like, and I said to you, I said, "Look, tell me how much I owe you, right? And then when I get paid, I said, I'll PayPal you." And you're like, "No, don't. I don't want it. It's fine." And I was like, "Right, okay." Well, I said, "Tell you what, next time we're out exploring, I'll buy your food then."
Yeah? If you've got it and you want to do it, that's fine. But I'm not out there looking for it. You know, it's like if I've said to you, right, if I've said to you, "I'm going to loan you money, and when will you get it back to me?" Right? If there's a problem, I will ask you, and then we'll deal with it. But the thing is, if I say to you, "This is a gift," it's a gift. Then I don't want it back. You know.
You know what scares
you can gift me down the line. You know, it's like I don't want it back.
No, but do you know what? Do you know what? Right, it scares me, right, because I'm not used to the generosity, right, of people going, "Taffy or Daryl, here's the money. Here, just take it. It's fine. I don't know. Keep it. It's fine." That scares the fucking life out of me because I am not used to that. Because everything I've done from a very young age, I've had to go out and do a paper round. I've taken 3 more paper rounds on to get £50 a week, right? So that I could buy whatever I wanted, or I wanted to buy a PlayStation 2. I've had to save all my money. If I wanted a petrol control car, I had to save hundreds of pounds because my mum never had the money to do that, right? So my mum never, if I wanted new shoes, I had to buy my new shoes myself, right? I've always relied on number one. Do you know what I mean?
I've had it a lot easier in many ways because if it all went tits up, I could always go back home to dad, you know, or something like that, you know, and
but it's like
and like, you know, I wouldn't want to do it because I'm sort of like proud in myself, and I know that shit. I don't need to, you know. I don't actually need to, you know. It's like I say, I've got my convictions, which are keep on doing what you like doing.
Yeah.
Keep a smile on your face. Don't let the pricks fucking grind you down. In fact, you know, deal with your pricks one step at a time. Deal with that shit, right? But carry on. Don't let them fucking distract you, because everything that gets thrown at me, and I got fucking loads. You people on this fucking thing, right? You got no fucking idea how much fucking bullshit trickles down in my fucking life to try and get me down, and I'm not having it.
No,
I'm not fucking having it, and I will come out on top. I'm fucking when I can tell you about some of this, I will tell you. But
the time's right, course, mate.
People are like, it's like the fucking puppet masters, like, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I literally don't give a fuck. I'm going to fight you and fight you and fight you because I know I'm fighting the good fight. I'll fucking win, and I'll laugh at the fucking lot of you, right? I'll laugh and I'll tell everybody. You'll all get to hear about it, but I'm not talking about it now. But they're fucking trying. You know who these people are. You know what they're trying to do. You know, yeah? And are they going to win? Are they fuck? Are they fuck? Fucking hell. They waste.
It's like
they waste a lot. They waste a lot of time on me, and I waste a little bit of time on them. Yeah.
Well, this is it. It's like, you know,
but we'll see. We'll see who wins.
this is it, right? Now, Brady gives me a lot of his time, right? And he does, right? His days off, he doesn't spend it with family, he spends it with me. Yeah? And once in a blue moon, he'll say, sorry, mate, I'm with my sister, or, I'm spending it with my mum, or, whatever, yeah? Or I'm going to see my dad, or, whatever, right? Very, very, very little time, right? He does that, right? On his days off, right? And I can't thank him enough for that, right? And people that give me their time, it means a lot, because I sit here, right? I don't sit in self-pity or wallow in self-pity or whatever you want to call it, yeah, right? But I sit here and I just think, I wonder what I can do next. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how can I better my life? Or how can I make one of my YouTube channels better? Do you know what I mean? And I'm constantly updating stuff. I've my website. That'll be back up and running this month. Do you know what I mean? Right? But I've worked hard on that fucking website. Do you know what I mean? I've worked hard. I've done it from scratch. I've had to learn how to code. I can't fucking do it. I've struggled to do it. But it'll be up and running, and I've done it myself. I've had no help of anyone. I've done it all myself. So, I've sat here for hours, for days, weeks, months trying to do it. But I just want to improve it. Do you know what I mean? Before I actually set it live. Do you know what I mean? But people don't see that, right? People don't see, oh yeah, he's brought another video out. It's only 20 minutes. But how many hours did it take to get there? How many hours did I spend in there?
Exactly.
How many hours did I spend editing that video? Right? People don't see that. All they see is a 20-minute video, half an hour video. Do you know what I mean? And that I think people don't understand. Do you know what I mean? So maybe one day I might do like a full-blown video and do it right from the very beginning. Do you know what I mean? And do it, what's it going to be? 8 hours video, do you reckon? Do you know what I mean? Traveling. Do you know what I mean? People ain't going to fucking like that. Do you know what I mean? For a 20-minute video, that's a lot of time and effort that's gone into that. And anybody that does any editing, right, will agree. On one picture, it can take you 15 minutes to edit, 20 minutes on a picture, right? On one little clip, right, can take you half an hour, 40 minutes per clip. Do you know what I mean? Because you have to watch it about 8 times. Then you have to go through it, pull out all the shit bits. People don't see that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make my life better for you guys so you guys can enjoy it a lot more. And this is what I'm saying, right? I was speaking with Barry before, and I just said I just don't feel appreciated. I'm putting all this time and effort in, and I'm not getting anywhere. So why should I carry on?
But you got to realize that you can't always project that, because it'll be misinterpreted as like, oh, he's close to failure. If you project it, you're being honest. But
it's hard though, isn't it, to accept it, and that's what it is.
I think it's like this. It's like this thing in show business, right? I mean, because at the end of the day, right, I know a lot of people take the piss, but what we're involved in is the entertainment business. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
And then because it's the entertainment business, they think, oh well, there's nothing involved in that, and there fucking is. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of driving, a lot of fucking struggling, a lot of learning how to use things, learning how to do it well. Fucking editing time. Then there's management of people in your life to make all that fucking happen, right? And it's like for people's entertainment. People take that for granted. But one thing about being in entertainment is, right, if you project a persona of, then people will feel sorry for you. But overall, I think they're going to kind of go, oh shit, is it not working out then? Is it not working out? I think, in some ways you have to kind of learn to project that persona of, I'm doing well. And this is the problem inside the entertainment industry, is a lot of people who are actually inside, they're not doing very well, but they constantly project this, I'm doing well. I do it. I might not be feeling very fucking good some days, but I will fucking smile.
See, I put a face on, right, for a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Now, I just imagine, right, the only way to describe it is like, do you know Halloween, you put a mask on and then you go out, You know, the kids go out, they put the mask on, they put their outfits on, and they're living it. They fucking live it because they're that little figure that they fucking decided they're going to be Dracula or fucking they're going to be a little witch, whatever, right?
Mm.
And that's fine. And when they pull it off and they're eating the candy and they're just going like,
Mm.
you know, and that's me.
But I like that. I like the performance of what we do. I think we're performers, and we put on a bit more character than sometimes, you know, when we're just sitting in a pub, we giggle and mess around as way we do out. But you know, but you put on a certain persona, not a hell of a lot. I'm not much different to the fucking way I am in my videos, to be honest. But I can't get away with being in a pub being me. Just standing there going, right then, folks, this is because everybody would be like, what the fuck's going on here? Who's this prick? Like, you know, but I can get away with it in my little world I've created, which is this channel.
Your little bubble, and if someone tries to come and pop it, mate, it's game over because you've worked hard. Like, how many subscribers you are now? 34,000?
43,000 minutes.
Oh,
and the rest.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fucking shooting up all the fucking time. Do you know what I mean? Right? How many years has it taken to get to that? A long time. You've worked.
I could have started this. I wasted so many fucking years on those crop circles, folks, right? And because I believed in it, right, you know, and I still do, but I wasted so many fucking years. I could have been probably at a much higher level than this if I just thought, hang on a minute, actually, I should be doing Urbex, not fucking wasting my time with these crop circles.
Do you know what,
no matter how much I love it, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't realize. I was just like, do you know what? I got all the fucking skills for this Urbex stuff. I like watching these videos. Why am I not doing this?
But they develop all the time, and even without knowing, it's like you're always trying to make yourself better. But your videos, mate, and it's like your editing software that you've got is Adobe Premiere, right? And you're trying to convince me to get over to this Adobe Premiere, right? And I'm struggling, right? But we had a bit of a good conversation early hours of this morning, didn't we? You know, saying, look, you know, I'm gonna get when I get a better computer and, you know, stuff like that, I'm just gonna go straight over to that.
It's not the computer that matters, it's your willingness to do it. Like I said to you, you could be using Premiere on your existing system right now. You know, you're seeing the computer is going to be solving your problems. It's not. You could use Premiere right now. I could show you how to do it right now. And now you're starting to like salivate over like bigger computers. It's really not. It's far more important to get out and shoot a video and edit it and get it out than it is to worry about how it's edited or how quickly it's edited or whether I could do it better if I had a bigger computer or use different software or different styles or forget all that.
Yeah.
Just do it. It's like the Nike thing. Just do it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You know, it's like let your personality shine through. That's what really I think the video's about. It's about your interaction with the Urbex. You're either one of these wallflowers who likes to film and not say anything, or you're a person who's got a personality and you're there. People go with you on the journey. You know, it's like they're there with whoever you're with, and it's the journey.
See, do you know
somebody said that Champagne Caves was shit, and I would agree with him. They were pretty shit, but it's the journey. It was more funny seeing us falling down a bank, you know, and trying to climb up a bank and failing. That was the video. That was the video, you know. It's like, but the Champagne Caves were important because people wouldn't have seen it. It's all about the journey. Do you know what? It wouldn't even matter if we filmed ourselves in a car and then we never even got out of it because the weather was too bad and when we had to go home. That'd be a video. It doesn't actually matter. I think it's about just doing something. You know, you got to do something and you got to keep that going forward and don't lose confidence in what you think is right. You said earlier on, and I sort of like I pulled the last hair of mine out earlier on because Kaylee was on and she was saying something that I'm kind of like, I go, you know, she was saying to her audience, what would you like me to do? And do you think this is a good idea? And they're going, yeah, no. I've done it a little bit, but I mean, she was asking him, she was going, do you like these types of videos or these? Don't listen to your audience. I know it's not going to be a good. Some people are going to be like, "What? Don't listen." Don't listen to your audience because not all of them have got your true interests at heart, right? And some of those ones who will be most vocal will be the ones that want to see you go off in different directions to disrupt you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to have an internal, like, knowing of what's right.
I've done it, mate.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've asked him. I said, look, you know, what do you want? You know, but what I did, right, is I was a bit clever about it, right? I said, what kind of video do you want to see next in the Urbex stuff? So do you want to see the mines? Do you want to see a little bit of industrial stuff? Do you want to see hospitals? Do you want to see schools? Tell me what video you want to see next week.
But then again,
backlog. I can pull one out of my
loads.
I just put out what I want about. If there's a
This
video there, if you like
I
it,
put them
you
out
like
when
it.
I
If
want
you
to put
don't,
out.
I'm not bothered.
Any time of the day or night, I'll come and do a live. Anything, I'll do anything. And you can't really pin me down to anything, because I don't want to be like ready on a Thursday night at 8 o'clock, because that means I'm going to have to plan that, and I don't want to plan. I want to be. I'm always spontaneous. You know, with getting up and I'm too tired one day, so I'm not going to do that now. It'll be tomorrow. Oh, next week, never. But, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But when I see people, I'm not saying Kaylee's wrong, because again, Kaylee has a very, very loving audience, and so therefore, me telling her, "Oh Christ, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ask my audience what I should do, because then they're going to tell me what I'm going to have to do, and then I'll have to do it." You know, so now it's conditions. I don't like conditions. I don't like rules and conditions. You said in my world, right? If you ask people what they want, then they're deciding what I should go on. And that to me is I've got to, oh no, that doesn't bode well, because then I'd be no, I'm going to do something different now, because I can't be told that that's what they want. You know, even if it is, I'm like, this is my journey. You know, I want you to come along on my journey. I don't want you to tell me what my journey is. I know it sounds weird, but do you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
It is my journey. If it's going to change, it's going to be what I feel like on that day.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it.
And
everyone's got their own ways of doing stuff. I mean, I do it on a Thursday because it's my days off, and it's the only time I get to actually sit down and edit. So that's when I do it, because the rest of the week I'm working. So I either go out on a Wednesday and go exploring, and then I can either, you know, edit it for Thursday night. So I mean, everyone, I totally get. Yeah, do what you want, do what works for you. I think don't feel that you have to justify. Oh yeah, it's on this certain time. I do it because it works for me. I mean, everyone's got their own, you know, choices on their own channels. Put your video out when you want to put it out. There's no rules. If people watch it, they'll watch it. If they don't, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and be like, why aren't people watching it? No, I'm going to put it out at this certain time of night. There you go, guys. Fill your boots.
And what I don't respond, what I do not respond to is negative comments. Okay, I might respond to them, but in a way you won't like.
Yeah.
It's just before I delete them. Just before I delete them, you send me a negative comment. If it's bad enough, right, you'll get my fucking full wrath. It'll be like, fuck you, you did it, and then I'll delete it. You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, because negativity breeds negativity in my book, right?
Yeah.
So if you bounce negativity off me, you're going to get it back. I'll mirror it. If you give me something positive, right, like, you know, if you hate the fact that there's music in my video, if you say, I hated this video because of the music, well, what do you expect me to say to that? Oh, you're right, I'm wrong. Okay, then, mate, I won't put any more music in. You convinced me. I'm like, who's this prick? You know what I mean? Hey, buddy, fuck you. Go make a video yourself, prick. You know, that's what you'll get back from me, right? And the thing is, if it makes that person unsubscribe and go away, it's a good thing, because they don't like my video or they don't like me. So the quicker they bugger off, the better, like, you know. But if you are sending me something positive, you could probably get something positive back. Like, you know, I always respond to people who write to me, and I respond back. So this is the things here. It's like these people who are bouncing negative at me, they're getting fucking full blown negative back. You know, these people who are trying to get into court, fucking police, they're having it back, because I will bounce it back. You know. But what do I do on my channel? I'm really fucking selfish, really, because I do what I want to do. And I will go with the people around me who want to do something. I'll go with them, and because that's what they want to do, and that's what I want to do, because I want to do what they want to do.
Well, this is it.
The people who just watching, I'm not going to fucking take advice off people fucking I don't know who sending me shitty comments. Constructive, like, oh, I would love to see you do this. I'm like, yeah, I would love to see that as well. Oh, but if you say to me, I can't stand that you did this, so why don't you do this? I'm going to go, I'll never fucking do that for pricks like you. I don't want to go there now. Fuck off. You know what I mean? And it's like, maybe I will one day, but I won't be doing it because of that prick. You know what I mean? I'll be doing it because it just happened to come up. I won't, you know, you can't move a horse by continually whipping it on the arse. You move a horse by giving it a carrot, you know? It's like if you keep on with the negativity, that horse is going to turn around and kick you to death one day because it hates you. So my thing is like lead with positivity. So all this fucking what am I saying this now? Right. Why am I saying this? Yeah, but I do like a good challenge with some of these arseholes, as you've seen. You know, I do like a good challenge because if some people go that extra mile of negativity, you know, I'm like, well, I'm going to give it back to you the same level you give it to me. So, yeah. You know, we are seeing that right now. So, but you know, there's they're not going to stop me. See, and this is part of what I was going to say, right? Because you were going on about earlier on, Taffy. You were saying, you know, it's depressing sometimes, and you've wanted, like, not tonight, but you said on other nights, like you feel like you're going to quit your channel, you know, because people don't appreciate you. You said they don't appreciate you a bit tonight, right?
Yeah.
But do you know what I think? I'm not worried whether these people appreciate me or not, really. I mean, I know it's, you know, sorry, folks, yeah, but I'm not really worried if you appreciate it or not, because I'm going to continue doing it, and I'm going to do it for the reasons I want to do it, and for the people who want it. And if that's only a limited amount of people, then so be it, which is, like you said earlier on, you know, it's like, if it's only for the people that like it, I'd rather stick to what I want to do and have less subscribers and less viewers than pander to what people want, you know, and trying to fucking mold myself to what they want, you know, and adjusting the size and the edits of the videos and whether it's music and playing up to people and playing up to the fucking chats and fucking all about money and ching, right? That's not me. I'd rather say fuck you. I don't care if you watch your videos. I'm still sticking them up. Fuck it, you know. I'd rather say that, and it's not, for me. It's not about the money, you know. I think you should be selfish and do it for yourself, like you said. It's for your daughter.
Oh yeah.
So that's it, you know. But if you continue along those lines, I think you'll succeed because it's for your daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you tell people that you're not happy with things, they're going to that's going to bounce back. It's like a mirror. If you say things like, you know, you're not happy, I know we chat about these things, but if you project out, you know, if you project out that things aren't right and you're not happy, yeah, you know, I think you have to kind of remember sometimes that your audience will only give you back what you give them. So if you're talking about wanting to kill yourself, you know, or mental health problems, remember that there's some people will run to your aid, but a lot of people will be like, what the fuck, you know? So
no, it's true. It's true. You give out 100%, you get 100% back. Do you know what I mean? And it's true that, you know, and you kind of like you say what you want to say, but you deep down you know what they're going to say anyway, because you already know the answer to the question. Do you know what I mean? But you still want to find out whether it's true or not. Do you know what I mean? And you know, like I'm a bit brutal with stuff like that anyway. I'm just like, well, fuck it then, innit? Do you know what I mean? Whatever. Do you know what I mean? I am a bit awful with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So.
Well, no, you're overly honest, and in the entertainment industry, I mean, like talking about one's piles and fucking, you know, and failures or worries and depressions.
So we're all right.
Yeah, you know, it's like you got to be a bit you got to be a bit careful, because I think what you end up doing is painting a picture of like, you know, fucking like, oh my god. So I think you've got a lot more going for you than you kind of
You have.
sometimes realize, you know, and
Yeah.
like if you project too much of the negative that's going on in your life instead of the good things, right? You know, you're giving a bad impression, because I think you've got fucking lots going for you, you know,
I've got plenty
myself,
for me, you know, like
you
right
know.
now it's amazing, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, and I can't deny that, because like for once in my life, for what, many years, I can't put a number at, so it's many years, you know. I've always been down, I've been happy, but I've never been like this ever, you know. I am buzzing, you know, like, you know, I've probably put a bit of a downer on a bit of it tonight, but not on purpose.
Remember that this is a
Like
public broadcast. See, there's
oh yeah,
private and then there's public, and
yeah,
just
no, that's
remember
it.
that people will start to worry about you overly if you keep
Yeah,
saying it. You know, like
but
I fucking worry about when I haven't spoken to you for a week. I'm thinking, oh fuck, is he in a depressive state? Is he fucking all right?
yeah, no,
You
that's
know,
it.
and you're probably fine. And it's like, but
No,
the
it's
longer I don't speak to you, the more I'm going to worry, because I know that, oh, it's probably a reason he's not happy. Something's not right. Remember that, you know, get out and fucking do stuff. It cheers you up rather than sitting in the house.
well, this is it. This is why I got off my arse and I went on that walk the other day. Do you know what I mean? So was it yesterday I went? I don't know. Probably.
Was it
I think so.
yesterday?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Every
it was
day seems to be the fucking same. Do you know what I mean? But whenever it was anyway, do you know what I mean? It was like, you know, Tuesday
Yesterday.
I went out. Someone picked me up from Derby, and then we went out for you know, for the evening, which was nice. And then literally I got up. Yeah, Wednesday I think it was. And then I literally got up and I was like, right, fuck you, like, so that's why I just went on a massive walk, like, but it was nice. I didn't realize I was going until I was actually gone, like, you know. So, you know, I don't get out really. I don't really speak to anyone. I wait for everybody to message me, because like I don't like to cause an inconvenience, but it's never an inconvenience. Do you know what I mean? But
Mate,
that's
you
just
can
the way
message
I
me
look at it. Do you
anytime.
know what I mean? And I always think, well, you know, if they're busy or whatever, you know, I just wait. Do you know what I mean? So, you know,
Here's Ollie Fab.
Ollie
Yeah,
Fab.
I'll be finishing up soon anyway, guys.
No
I've
worries,
got work
Mom.
in the morning.
Yeah, 124. Yeah. To me and Taffy were on till fucking nearly 5 o'clock in the morning, just
On the rest.
chatting last
I know
night.
I fell
was
asleep
6
while you were
o'clock.
talking, and I was
It
like,
was like 20 to 6, it was.
Yeah.
so
But
yeah.
it was a good conversation, wasn't it? It wasn't a deep conversation,
No,
was it?
you were having
Like, we were just talking, and it was just like, Jesus. You know?
The thing is, all I'm saying is, remember that, you know, don't focus on the things that you feel insecure about,
Yeah.
and just promote the things you know are going well, you know.
Yeah, well, that's
Because
it.
it's
Keep
that
going,
projected kind of like thing is what will come back, I suppose. You know, if I go on about, oh, I'm not happy, my car's broken, oh, I ain't got enough money, oh fucking hell, I can't do anything, you know, then that's what people are going to be talking to me about all day long. So we're all going to be swimming in this fucking sea of like that. Whereas if I talk about how I enjoyed the explore, what we're going to be doing, then people are only talking to me about things that are like going to feed back to me in a positive way.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's one of those. So yeah, I think you are at a peak now.
Yeah,
And that's why
that's good, because it's like an even level then all the way, like, you know.
Yeah. So it worries me when I hear you say things like,
uh-oh, he's gone. Uh-oh. Where's he gone?
right.
You were like that.
Yeah.
So
it worried me when, and then you went.
I remember it was, yeah. I heard you saying he's gone, but I could still hear you saying that, so I couldn't respond because I knew I wasn't being listened. No, it just worries me when I hear you saying things like, you know, oh fuck, you know, I'm not going to bother with my Urbex channel. It's not fucking worth it, because there are some pricks. You said things like, there are some pricks out there who've said a few things to me, so it's no fucking point, and nobody appreciates me, and fucking and things like that, right? Well, people don't know how to compliment somebody who's like fucking saying they've given up. You know, it's like as well. You know, remember that being on the mission and bringing people you on that mission with you is what makes people want to give you the positive comments, and fuck these pricks off, you know, just ignore them, because they're going to be like 1 in 100.
A lot of that, you know, like over the last like 4 months or 5 months, whatever, you know, I have come a proper long ass way, you know, where like, you know, if everyone remembers like September, October, November, you know, where it was like every 2 minutes I was just like, fuck this, like I just want to kill myself, I've had enough, like I can't deal with it, you know. Now it's like fucking hell, it's like in 3.5 months, nearly 4 months, right, I've had 2 shit days, but that was because on the 8th of March was my tide's first anniversary, and it was my sister's 22nd. I always struggle beginning of March anyway, right? Because I could never get my head around my little sister passing away at birth. I could never get my grips around it, like, so I've always kind of struggled with that. But I'm like that every year. It's not just 1 year, you know, it's every year. So I stayed in bed for 2 days. I felt like shit, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to get up, didn't want to go in the bath, didn't want to fucking eat, I didn't want to do nothing. But the day after that, on the 10th, I was up, I was done, sorted my flat out, sorted my shit out. Do you know what I mean? I just had those 2 days and that's it. But they're the only 2 days I felt like crap. Do you know what I mean? In those 4 months, where it would have been the other way around. In a 28-day month, right? 27 days of it, I was wanting to kill myself. Where it should have been like, I'm fucking buzzing. Do you know what I mean? That should have been on that side, you know, 27 days I should be buzzing, and 1 day I should be going, well, you know, it's one of those things like, night, Barry, good night, God bless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know,
but don't forget that if you project out your doubts and your worries to the audience, a lot of them are not going to know how to deal with it, whereas your friends probably can. The audience won't. The audience will just get worried because they're not close enough to you to understand how to deal with it. They might go, oh yeah, well done, mate, you know, but they're like, fucking hell, you know. I mean, you should talk to us about these things. Maybe don't go on about them on the streams as much, but it's very honest. I mean, you know, the thing is, it's so honest. I mean, you should be on a television program, like talking to the fucking panel about what depression does, you know, because, but the thing is, that's because people are wanting that. I mean, like, I don't know if people want necessarily to, like, you know, revel in like suicidal thoughts or like anything like that. I don't know if they do.
And it can't be nice for people to hear, but you know, it's
a reality, but
scary, like, and it's
a reality.
I just need people to understand it. Like, you know, when I go through a blip, is what they call it, you know, that I need people to understand it. They need to, like, I need to be left alone and, you know, to try and sort of work my way through it. Like, but, you know, some days it could last for 1 day, it might last for a week, but however long it is, remember that I've got to fucking get through that and fight whatever demons I'm trying to fight in between, you know. And it's very hard, but like I said, over the last couple of months, I've not had any of that. Do you know what I mean? Because I've made myself go to a good place, and I'm staying at that good place, you know. I'm not letting anything bring me down, and that's why I've sort of like, well, I've always had the attitude of I just don't give a fuck anyway. So if I tell you to fuck off, well, that's your own fucking problem. Don't come crying to me, innit? Do you know what I mean? So now I really am at that stage where I just don't care. If you're in my life, you're in my life. If you're not, you're not. Do you know what I mean? Do you think I give a shit? No, absolutely not. If I want you in my life, that's because I actually want you in my life and I want to speak to you. Do you know what I mean? So if I want to make time for you, I will make time for you. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, and that's the way it should be, you know, and it's, sorry if it's fucking blunt or it's fucking if I
alright,
sound
mate.
a bit rude. Do you know what I mean? But that's the way it's got to be. Do you know what I mean? So tough
Well,
shit.
all right then. Let's look at it in a different way, right? When I watch, and this is not a criticism or anything like that, but when I watch a Taffy video, right, I'm laughing, right, with the
Yeah.
jokes and the messing around and the camaraderie. But when I sometimes come on the live streams, I'm hearing about depression,
Yeah.
deaths in the family, abuse as a child, suicide,
Yeah.
drugs, mental health, and it keeps coming
Oh,
up.
it's a snowball effect, then, isn't it? Because you're on the
But-
down then, and it's not
but
good
like-
to listen to.
But
It's not.
just bear in mind when you click on a Taffy Urbex video, you have a great time.
Yeah.
If you click on a Taffy live,
Yeah, on the live, yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
you might get the opposite. You know, just remember that. You know, and I think people do come for the Taffy good times. You know, and I know it's what's going on for you, but remember, it's a painting. You're giving a painting.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the painting has light when you're out on explores, and sometimes a bit of dark in the live streams. You know,
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
Right,
just
guys,
dark,
I'm
right,
gonna have to call it a night because I got work in the morning, guys.
all right. Yeah. So there we
everyone
go.
knows
So
who
just
votes, right?
paint those pretty pictures, folks. Paint the pretty pictures, even if it's not what's going on inside. Fucking-
Matt, are you doing? Are you going to do a live stream now? Or?
well, I could do. As long as we talk positive thoughts. Yeah, no, you can talk whatever you want to. But remember, though,
No, I'm just
remember,
asking,
there's
obviously, like, if you weren't going to go live,
Yeah.
I would have gone live. So
well, you know, you go live if you want, or I'll go live. But you know, remember, if you come live on mine and we start talking about this, it's forever. Yeah,
kick off,
it's on mine forever. You know. So you know, yeah.
No, that's it.
But-
No, I'm just asking because obviously, like, because obviously Brady's got to go, and we're sort of
Yeah.
like, you know.
All right.
not-
I mean, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you, Brady, for having us on, and
No worries,
we will
man. Thank
we will
you.
no doubt we'll continue this on. I don't mind fucking putting it on somebody else's. Like, I mean, fucking somebody else. I'll go on somebody else's live stream
Yeah.
and we can talk
Thank
this
you.
shit if you want. You know? not
Yeah.
not that it's shit, but you know what I mean. It's like
It is. It's not shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
as long
thank
as there's a
you.
light, as long as there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that's what matters. But I'd more like there to be lights at the end of the tunnels than reminding ourselves about our humanities. Yeah.
Well, do you want me
And on that
to
note-
disappear now and then go
Are
and
you
set up
going
a
on
live
yours,
stream
Taff?
and then come over to mine and I'll send you a link over on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we could do it on my other channel, which I never bother putting anything on, if you want, or we could do it on your channel, whichever
Makes
you
no
prefer.
difference, mate. Yeah, it makes no difference.
Yeah.
Tell you what, then, right? I'll disappear. Yeah, and then I'll go and set
Cheers,
up.
Taff, for
and then,
coming on, mate. Appreciate
mate,
it.
anytime, buddy. Thank you so much, guys.
No worries, man.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then might as well set up a live stream, and then we'll talk about penises. Let's go.
So, guys, head over to
Yeah, man.
Taffy's channel after this.
That's it.
They're going
Right.
live over there.
Anyway, I'm gonna love
Cheers.
you and leave you.
Cheers,
Thanks,
buddy.
Brady. We'll speak to you soon, man.
Cheers,
See you
man.
later,
Thanks for
guys.
coming on, mate. Appreciate
All the best.
it.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going then. Bye.
See you later,
We'll
bud.
find one of us will go live soon. I don't know which one it's going to be on. It'll probably be on Taffy's, I imagine. But
Okay, mate.
yeah, and then we can
Catch you in a bit.
we can revel in it all over there. Cheers.
See you later, mate.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah, there we go, guys. Thank you so much for everyone coming over. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I am 20 away from 1.8k. Can we hit that night the next 20 seconds? But I want to say a big thank you to everyone who came over tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the donations. Amazing. You don't have to, but it goes a long way. Appreciate. Thank you for all the new subscribers tonight. Yeah, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it. We are 20 away. If you haven't already, head over to either Matt or Taffy's channel. Go and check them out. They'll be going live in a minute. And yeah, go and check out my latest video if you haven't seen it already. Taffy is live now, so if someone wants to share the link in here now, and head over there. And yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. You're all amazing. Yeah, I got work in the morning, so thank you very much. And good night, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Thank you to all the moderators tonight. You've done amazing jobs. Thank you to all the new people who came in. So catch you later, guys. All the best. And dang, son.